midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud, future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, and checking the charts, midnight glory. Time to re-annul, it's blending, mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, relentless fight, push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
What up, everybody? How y'all doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Hold on a second. Follow behind you. So the stream has been all funky today. My power went out. So what's crazy is my breaker's tripped because my brand new gaming computer draws way too much power with this computer turned on up here. I didn't get this room when, you know, I bought the house pre-built, spec house, right? And so, you know, usually in a spec house, you don't, it's already done whenever you buy it. And so they need to run higher gauge wiring in the wall and put in a higher, like a higher grade breaker. What's up? So I've had to do this before a long time ago when I actually lived in an apartment, which is kind of funny because you're not allowed to modify apartments, you know, because you don't technically own them, but I did it anyways because I wasn't gonna have my stream crash all the time, so I had them come install. They were like, as long as you fix the walls, as long as it's an electrician we approve. I had to really convince them to let me do it at the apartment. I was like, you know, look, my breaker keeps tripping left and right. It's a fire hazard. I just said that, and they're like, oh, okay. All right, well, as long as you're an electrician we approve of and they can put in everything right and it's done right, and I guess we'll approve it. Like this is, I was like, okay. So they ripped up the walls, ran the cable, and put in a higher, you know, basically like I guess amperage breakers. You know, they put in there that like allows more current before it trips. So, anyways, in here, power's been tripping when I'm playing Crimson Desert on the brand new computers. I got this computer on, that computer on, run it full load. All that power draw is kind of unstable here with all the, you know, all the stuff I have in here. So. He's got to get an electrician come out and fix it. But yesterday everything kind of went vroom. So this morning I was trying to get everything set back up. All my stuff is weird. Like if the power ever goes out, it takes a long time to get everything back on. Even though I have uninterrupted power supplies for everything, still my speakers for whatever reason still don't connect. And they're so weird and finicky, so it takes a while to get them all connected up. But anyways, we're back. Welcome to the show, guys. Good to see you all here, coming in for your good mornings as always. Oh, let me hold on. Here, hi, Doc. Doc. Actually, do I like the fry? Hold on. Do I like the fry doormat? I can leave that here. Housekeeper pushed it. But that's weird because it's inside the room. Whatever. Maybe you can see it now. So I have this. I made that thing at one of those rug tufting classes, and it's clearly the fry meme, the shut up and take my money thing. Anyways, we're back. All right, what's up? Good morning, y'all. Hello. Let's get rolling. Okay, good morning, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button, sub to the channel if you guys are here. I do have the challenge account at all-time highs. I did make about $52,000 last night on this trade. The funny thing was I was short on the gap up. I let the gap up hit DD band, and you guys know how that works. It hit DD band, and then I shorted and waited, and when that news came out and we filled the gap, I just closed the short. It was pretty much that simple, and I did nothing else while it rallied up to the top until the yellow line, which is where we are right now. And I just popped a second short just now. Let's get ready to go into it. All right, because we are chilling. Now again, not the most, you know, here's my logic. I've explained it many a time yesterday. The war is not the reason we were selling off. The market was cooked because economic data is cooked. This is a beautiful opportunity. I don't even know if today is that beautiful opportunity, but sometime tomorrow, tonight, whatever. We've got minutes coming out today. We've got CPI coming out this week. We got PCE coming out this week. The market's got to start pricing some of that in, and this is yellow lines, baby. You know me. I gotta work my way through it. So I hit max profit on TPT yesterday, and my account yet again is locked today, 2 days later. Like I said, TPT's system is a little weird when it comes to the timing. The guy said, if you reach the 10K profit for 1 day on the pro account, your account is blocked till the next trading day. I was like, aha, it is the next trading day. This happened yesterday. So I think what happens is their time is different from our time. I don't know. But speaking of that, the Lone Ranger TPT account that I've been kind of babysitting, right? I'll tell you guys that I've been trying to get all my props off my plate. I have one final TPT account. I've hit max profit 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row. 10K, 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 and 10K. I've made 50K in 5 days. This will be day 6, but it looks like it's locked and won't let me trade. But anyways, shorting targets, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I haven't even pieced it together. I just kind of jumped in. Low enough, like really low. I'm talking like by Friday low. Like I'm even trying to swing it from here. I figured I'd get on the stream and show you guys in real time. I'm thinking like, you know, at least retrace most of this move up. I don't think today will be the day to do it, but this is the target I would have done it from had it been any other day. A little risky to think today's the day that it does pull back, but let's get some targets here. And I'm not even hitting it like deadly hard. I'm just hitting it like medium hard. So like I said, it's still, you know, I'm up 50 grand. Last thing I need to do is just be stupid and give some of it back. Trying to be a little, trying to be a little crazy. All right, let's line this bad. Well, actually, let's line this up here. It's a little prettier there. Pretty. All right. And it's just yellow line. So let's get, let me get everything turned on here. Welcome to the stream, guys. Good morning, everybody. I gotta log in all my stuff. It's not even logged into Thinkorswim here. Okay. Good morning, Fuji Skinny, Simon Dean, Market Vision. Hello, A5, Jorge, Rogue of the Land, Diego, Adis, Ogushan. Hello, Ryan Wade. Hello. Jorge, Sati, what's up? Hello, what's up? Hello, hello. Jorge, what's up? I told you you had Scootin' in your blood. Oh, you do. You do. Hold on, give me a second to log into this. And again, yellow line is just the resistance that I would, right? We moved up on that anticipation of what we would normally see when you get this, like Trump says you need to buy the dip and reverse now, blah, blah, blah. And the market just did the retrace it wanted to, and then went right up to here. And I mean, we are up, I don't know how many, maybe 3%, something like that. 3.5% in NASDAQ. 2.6% in S&P, and VIX has absolutely collapsed. Let's talk about that really quick, and let's get some targets. Maybe I'm the first to this trade, but again, and nobody copy me. This is not investment advice, you know. I am like the first thought here that I had is we're at triple B and we tested triple B this morning. VIX had a little run up to that a little bit ago. The test. Look how sensitive VIX is right now. VIX ran almost a point to tap triple B just on this tiny little drop from 68.43 to 68.22, 20-point drop there. So we're on the bull side of things again. And the question becomes, does a ceasefire flip the script and we turn this crazy bull market again? Now I thought, you know, that we would sort of like make our way higher to here over the course of a week, and then I would short it down, but we're there today. So the question becomes what ends up happening, and whether I'm wrong right now in the second trade and it pops here, but I am not wrong for Friday. That's for damn sure, because this market is dealing with some bad data, and whether Wall Street just no longer cares, and this was the catalyst for them to no longer care. I still think we have that potential. Now we're way above DD band. I don't even have some long setups from here. The opportunity that I can find, the only one I can find is that one right there. So let's get some red lines on the chart. Simple as that. Get some retracement targets, find out what they will be, at least for today. And I'm willing to risk maybe like half of what I've made, at least today, maybe the other half tomorrow, or the half leading into Friday. So we're just sitting here, and let me just put this over here, right? So 206 is that really pesky yellow line that's been resistance for a while, right? We've sort of not come off of it. And again, my thought is this is not repairing the economy, right? So things were selling off for a reason. Things are stalling and selling off in December because of tariffs, inflation, and employment situations and all that. Things are not selling off because of a war potential. And this is just, I think, fake news, I have to say. Again, that's just me. Just me. Other than that, I got no other trade. I got no other setup. Let me do my yellows really quick. I mean, my reds really quick. Got one from yesterday, one from today. Let's see what we got from yesterday. Oh, really? Okay. Guess we don't really have one from yesterday. So to me, it's worth taking a stab at, I think, for me. The opening move just starts to move down, but again, with a 3% move up, it's hard to imagine that, unless I'm just missing everything here, that the market's got any more room to go up today. This is a huge move. And again, this was just exactly, oh, remember what I said yesterday, right? There were two options. The market's not binary. Aha. I said there's a yes, there's a no, and there's a maybe. And I said the maybe is, wait. Don't shoot us anymore. Let's give us some time. Let's work it out. And then we got that. That's what we actually got, right? They agreed on a 2-week ceasefire. Same song. Like, I feel like Trump just plays the same Wall Street flashcard every single time. Like, let's scare the market. Let's put in this temporary thing. And then market comes up and it's not really a resolve. And in 2 weeks, they'll probably be shooting at each other again. Who knows, right? It won't last 2 weeks. Yeah. So anyways, the short I made was I shorted from DD and I closed here. And then we went straight up to there. So let's see what TPT is looking at here. Yeah. So anyways, the Lone Ranger TPT account, 50K, 5 10K days in a row. So I've had 50K and TPT in 5 days in one account. No copy trade, nothing, just one account. Isn't that crazy? And every day I just open it up. I was so excited to jump in. I'm like, maybe I'll just YOLO is short from here. Same thing. What do you think about crude? It's in that same situation, right? I mean, crude should be selling off a little bit. And I think crude is absolutely overpriced in general. Crude should never be $100 unless there's a war, right? If the ceasefire lasts, crude's just gonna, project or propagate itself lower. I think that that's pretty standard in this kind of environment. The fact that leading up into the last minute of this, crude went to $120. That was ridiculous, and then we're just pulling back. Pulling back on that. I think that as long as the strait is open, crude will make its way back down to $40. There's no reason to be $100. And adjusted for inflation, the average value of crude is about $35 year after year after year. So if you sort of like think of where it needs to be, $40-ish on that same sort of trajectory would probably be about right, like down to here. But that would take the rest of the quarter to get down there, not longer. But as long as the strait is open and more is kind of chilled out, we're going to pull back. So But I don't think that the ceasefire has anything to do with what we got going on here, because as you guys know, we've got all this bad data. And again, I'm the one with the thesis. All right, let's have some fun. I have the thesis, right? So the challenge account is up $725,000 P&L profit off the 100K start since the last starting point in December. That made 725K on, if I hadn't taken any withdrawals, the balance would be 825 in 3 months. Crazy, right? Not bad. Let me load up all my stuff here. Financial juice. Oops. Good morning, everybody. All right, we've got financial juice. We've got investing calendar. We've got, what else do I need to get? Oh, ChatGPT. So, news you need to know. Data coming out this week that is going to be an issue, right? The 10-year auction coming out first. Oh, that's also what I need to put on here. Hold on. 10-year, 2-year yield curve. Oh yeah. All right. So we need to see what's going on with the 10-year. Obviously, the 10-year auction is going to be a mover today. Trust me. This is going to kind of help base the fact that the 10-year auction yields go up because the 10-year is not as high demand as the 2-year, and we see the yield curve will change. The difference between the two is really alarming in that whenever you see the 10-year yield minus the 2-year yield, you put the two together, this is a recessionary type indicator. Again, you guys never have seen bear side of Matt. Remember I told y'all, when you see Matt as a bear, he's bear. And it's been crazy because y'all have seen me mostly be a bull almost all the time. And people even say, whatever, this guy only makes money because of the perma bull. And I'm like, I just read the market well. The market's perma bullish. I'm perma bullish. When the market's bear, I tend to have a good thesis, but I'm never like the person that doubts the bull market and says, you know, it's going up, it's got to come down. I'm usually the one that's like, jump in at the top, let's go. So anyways, it doesn't mean that we're crashing or anything like right now. I don't think so. But the fact is that this when you look at this, you can Google this exact phrase right here and get this curve. Long story short, when it's above 0, perk up. When it's above 1, be alarmed. When the yield difference is above 1, you're leading into market crash or type recessionary type environment. We got there at the end of 2021, which led to the 2022 recession. We got there in 2008. We got there in 2001. Need I say more? So we're not there yet, but if the 2-year demand outpaces the 10-year demand, the yield for the 10-year goes up faster. So this curve will go up. Greater than 1 is your sort of like beacon for, yep, we're going to be in a bad spot this year. All right, coming up, 10-year auction is today. We got the FOMC minutes today that's going to talk about how the FOMC is projecting inflation to be higher for longer, blah, 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 the same stuff we've been seeing. Now, for the rest of the week, we've got a lot of other data points that are coming out that have actually been bad. Data points that we're going to look at Thursday. GDP. GDP has been doing very poorly. The quarter-over-quarter growth rate forecast is a 0.7%. The previous was a 0.7%. I don't know why the previous is wrong here. PCE is coming out, but again, the PCE change is expected to go up. Look at this, the forecast. We're forecasting another 0.4% on PCE, which means we're going to be above 3. 3! That's crazy. If we get there, or close to 3. PCE price index 2.8. We're expecting a 2.8 again, maybe. Let's see what core is. Expecting a 3. So, right, so inflation's going to be higher. We got GDP sales coming out. Sales are down. Like prices are going up. Previous is 2.8. The forecast is going up. Like everything is sort of going into the bear direction. Fed has its balance sheet. Not a big deal now with QT ended, but we usually watch that when QT is active. And then Friday, CPI and Michigan numbers, right? So we got like news. And these are three of the four of the Fed's main mandates they look at, like PCE. PCE, baby. GDP, baby. So my thought is, you know, that the war is already old news, right? I just call me crazy. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Chat. That's what I want to know. For real. Am I crazy? Or is the war old news? Like, immediately, is it old news? No. Am I crazy? What war? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Crazy people make money. Am I crazy, right? Is the war, it's old news, right? Like, immediately after yesterday, it's old news. Let's lock some bulls in and let's pull it down for the next wave. We just got it over in a single day. I don't know. I mean, am I crazy? Let's mark our red lines on the chart, though. There's no such thing as a catalyst to the upside, but we did move up like 3 risk intervals in NASDAQ, which was ridiculous, right? 69.66 is that. I'm crazy, right? I feel like I am. Right? Like, immediately it's old news. Like it's a cliche to jump in and be like, where do I buy the dip? This is turning everything around. I'm like, then I say yesterday, there's like so much happening. Am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. Well, I've got money to play with, so I'm willing to take the risk. Now, my problem is it's probably going to fly and then sell, so I'm going to have to take a hit. The volatility is still high. It's 806. You know what I'm saying? And I don't normally do this. I'm not normally like, I got to fade this, right? And maybe I'm early by a day. I may be early, but I'm not wrong. That's the thing. I may be early, but I'm not wrong. Market's toast. What was my trade last night? I shorted DD band. I anticipated that would be it. I jumped in on the short there. I held. Then this happened. And then when that happened, I just closed. I closed everything and got those 200 or 300 points or whatever. And then I did nothing else. And I just sat out and did nothing and waited. So, yeah, the short for rips up like 30 contracts. I mean, possible, right? The problem is that I don't have a lot of fat in this account since the withdrawal. So I only got 300K to play with. I can't take 100. I mean, I guess I could take 100K of drawdown, but the challenge account is now up 726 whatever $1,000 in P&L. So had I taken no withdrawals, I would be up to 826,000 balance. You guys have followed the journey. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed the journey of you guys daring me to make $1 million in a month on stream. And I said, sure, I'll do it from 100K start. And then December happened. The market chopped for 3 months, but I still did my best. It has taken 3 months. My apologies, friends. I know you guys wanted a 1 month spectacle, but December was somewhat hard. And January was also hard. I did try my hardest. The price that I short from DD band. Yeah, just, I mean, like I said, I was giving the speech yesterday that I thought the war is not going to turn the economy around. So when it hit DD band, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to short it all the way down to gap fill. The crazy part was that I went way upside down for a hot minute. Like I went to, I think for a hot minute, I was down like 30K or something like that. Like what my position was probably like down 30, like it was a blink of an eye. I think I was like down 30K, and then it was like down 30K, then up, and I was like, oh crap. And then it goes boom, boom, boom. I had basically like 30 seconds and I'm spamming the button to get out. I'm like, get out. And I'll show you something really funny is that in that volatility, Ninja Trader can't handle it. Look. Like in my orders, look. I'm trying to get out. I'm like spamming the button, exit, rejected. See this? In the middle of that volatility, you can't get out fast enough. Rejected all of it before I finally freaking filled the trade. Wherever, rejected. Look at me, look at me panic exiting. Get out. Rejected. I'm like trying to close 20 contracts. So I couldn't even get out fast enough. I could have made a whole, it's the shitty thing about day trading in events like this is that not only do the events like this squeeze you upside down, but it's not even a guarantee you can get out when you want to. That cost me another 20 grand. I couldn't even get out where I wanted to. I think I got filled at, where did I get filled at? Doesn't have the price. Oh, hold on. $498. It cost me 100 points to get out. It was like, that's what it's like sometimes when it's volatile. You get screwed because the exchange can get your order filled. So the efficiency was off by 100 points. Isn't that crazy? So let me show you on the tick chart when I started spamming the close button. So it cost me, I would have made 100K. Like when I saw I was up a whole lot, I mean, it would have made about 100K had I got filled exactly when I pressed the button. So we hit here down at 360 and I'm like, close, because that went boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, exit, 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 exit. And then it filled me here. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, Wall Street's absolutely rigged against you. So it's even almost impossible to even be efficient when you're being like, trust me, if you had a stop loss, you would have gotten filled at the top and take the max loss, but you're not gonna be able to take out max profit every time. So it's not slippage. It wasn't slippage that the order got rejected because just because that's what they did. Slippage would have been if I got filled at different places, and the order book being so thin, I took the efficiency loss. The order was straight up rejected. Ninja Trader couldn't handle that input for whatever reason, or maybe they just, I don't know, I'm not going to accuse them of anything, but maybe they do it on purpose to screw you over. If they're market making against you, I don't think they are. But back in the day, I don't know if Thinkorswim's still a market maker, but Thinkorswim used to be a market maker for futures. They had their own market making desk, believe it or not. Wow, no, Schwab owns them now. It's for the TD days. The OG Thinkorswim Futures was an actual entity. It was a market maker. Anywho, I couldn't even get filled because there's no pathway to get filled. Maybe that they just shut off in that volatility. Maybe all the order flows, all the stops bombard Ninja Trader at the same time, which is probably what happens, and their servers just can't handle it. Or there's some tomfoolery about where they do it on purpose. I don't think they do. I think it's just their system. It's like Larry, Moe, and Curly, three stooges, all trying to walk through the door at the same time. They get stuck in the doorway. Well, you trigger like, I don't know how many tens of thousands of contracts worth of stops in a split second. You probably get this like sort of Three Stooges environment where it just kind of, you can't get through the door all at once. But anyways, I'm like, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. At the high point of this, I was up close to 100K. And all of this took place in about 10 seconds of time. It goes up, I'm down 30, 40 something K. I mean, it was so quick, I can't even tell you how much it was, but at least 30, 40 K. Down, then I was up 100, and then finally when it got filled, I was up 50, whatever it was, whatever it is. Oh, it happens. So just so you know, if you've never experienced that kind of behavior before, in trading, it's not a guarantee. You need you need liquidity to exit a trade. This happens with like small cap stuff and penny stocks, crypto coins and stuff. Just because you got the money on paper doesn't mean it's in your pocket. It's only in your pocket when somebody's on the other side of your trade. And the dealers that, for whatever reason, as I'm short, you know, I got filled right here. They got to get on the other side of your trade. So I think the retail in general just gets shoved at the end of the line. Nope. All right, friends, welcome to the show. How many people, it's your first week here in the Rock Scooter team? What's up, Sir Darb in chat? Same for you, but on the reverse side. We're trying to close the top, filter to the bottom. Was this in a prop account or a real account? Who are you trading with? So mine is with Ninja Trader. So this, yeah, that just happens. Sit out day. Nat, first week here. Oh, Ryan Wade, welcome to the show. All right, guys, so my name is Matt. If it's your first week here, don't forget to hit the like button on the stream. I'm the owner of the Rocket Scooter platform. You guys might have met Sir Darb. You guys might have met Neon, our 2 afternoon streamers. We're a team of bros. would like to come over here and day trade, I'm currently doing a 100K to $1 million challenge with a 100K starting on Christmas. Just so you guys can see the actual P&L. I always like to make sure I start off by showing y'all that. This is in a NinjaTrader, straight up NinjaTrader account. NinjaTrader brokerage. It's not a prop. It is a, there you go, just a little screenshot of this. An account. Here's the P&L curve. I'm up $724,539 P&L with a 64% win rate. This goes back to December, and I'm just going to grow this to $1 million and have fun. And you guys kind of challenged me to take it to 10 million. I don't know. We'll see. There's the commissions, 30K worth of commissions. I know that's a lot, right? Cost of doing business, I guess. 64% win rate, and there's all the stats here. You guys can rewind the stream and take a look at it. The goal for this, I had $100,000 in an account because I was going to do some trading challenge with some guy who backed out of it because he's a wimp. And then the community was like, hey, Matt, why don't you turn it to $1 million? Yeah, Matt, do it. Do it, Matt. You won't do it. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, do it in a month, Matt. And I was like, really? Come on. Yeah, you can do it. And I was like, all right, fine. So then I took the account. I was like, all right, I'll do it. So, and then December happened, and December is a really choppy month. So you'll see it's been quite the journey of people that are following. I mean, they've been following through, you know, the crazy stuff. Like that was crazy. Like that was crazy. I mean, I've had some pretty big hits trying to play this account pretty big, but that's just the way that it goes. Adam Inglewood, welcome, man. So anywho, my thought is, right, let's talk about it, and I got everybody here. My thought is as follows, right? The market's completely overbought right now. And you guys never really see me be so bearish. You guys have always seen me be very bullish this market. Probably because you've known me for the last 4 years. You know me for the last 4 years, I'm almost been labeled a perma-bull. Well, for good reason, right? Because I'm not a perma-bull. The market's just bullish, and I'm bullish, right? I'm really good at reading the market. And so since 2022, I've just been bullish almost all the time, with the exception of the tariff times. And then I finally switched to being bearish. And the market was selling off a lot because of the economic situation. We're actually in a weird spot. And the history comes as follows. Like right at Halloween, we started selling off. The first thing that started happening was crypto was selling off. And then gold started going crazy and crashing and liquidating people. So you had a liquidity crisis. We had earnings season where all companies were pretty much beating earnings expectations, yet they were still selling off. The market would pop and drop, pop and drop, pop and drop. And we thought this was a small correction. But it turns out that the FOMC's December projections were a little underestimating what actually the problem was. And December projections were like, oh, the economy's fine, you know, everything's going to be good. And then the March projections came out, and then they flipped the script. Everything was bad. GDP estimates were worse. Employment estimates were worse. PC estimates were worse. Everything was worse. And so we're like, well, how could that be, right? What ended up happening was the tariffs had finally made their way to retail, and that's where we are now. The first, you know, early on, the Fed were saying that they didn't believe that the tariffs had made a strong pass through the retail side, as in you guys weren't feeling the price. But how does a company that absorbs all the tariff costs all through the year beat earnings expectations? You would think they would miss expectations, you know? So it became true to me that, well, they didn't. They passed it through, because how are they beating expectations if they're absorbing even higher costs than expected? But every company came through like with flying colors, and we were like, that's kind of weird. So somebody's wrong. Somebody's wrong in this equation. Who is it? It was the Fed. The Fed was wrong. It actually turns out that they were passing things through. And how do we know? Because within 3 to 4 months, inflation had U'd up, and PCE is growing, and core PCE is growing, CPI is growing. So because inflation's going up at the checkout side, your prices are going up. Forget the prices data come out this week too. Inflation's now going up. Well, now tariffs are only a one-time thing, because that was the Fed's sort of, you know, claim is that tariffs are a one-time thing. They're not always going to be here, and it's just going to work its way through the system once and we're done. But how long is that going to stay in effect? I think a year at the most, maybe 2. But the thing is, GDP is slowing down. That's really the more alarming data point. It's not inflation. We can work through that. It's GDP and jobs data. Jolts are coming down, and continuing jobless claims aren't coming down, which means companies are eliminating jobs, not filling them. Another thing is that the unemployment is going to go up. I mean, just in general. Probably due to AI, probably due to economic situation. GDP growth rate, 0.7. That's the alarming data point. And that's the thing that that's the mover this week is GDP. If you get, so the quarter-over-quarter growth rate is a 0.7. That's abysmal. And whether that's just a fluke, it was revised down from 0.9 actually when we got the data came out first time. Anytime you have quarter-over-quarter growth rate that's negative 2 times in a row with higher unemployment, that's considered recession. So this is growth rate, right? So when growth rate is 0, GDP is flat. When growth rate is negative, GDP is coming down. When growth rate is positive, the slope is up. It's just, this is the degree of sloping. So right now, the degree of sloping was going up, 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 and now it's down. So if you're to look at the actual real GDP, what does that actually look like? Let me show you. Market's opening in 4 minutes, guys. By the way, I am taking a yellow line short. Wish me luck. So when the growth rate is going up, it literally means curving up faster. When the growth rate is close to 0, it means tapering off. So the GDP is not coming down, but the growth rate is slowing towards 0. And if it was 0, we'd be flat. If it was negative, we'd be doing the same thing in reverse, coming down. So we got really close. This is getting scary bad. It's 2 reads in a row that show just immediate halt in GDP growth. So we're stunting the economy. See what I'm saying? So this is this week, and this is why I'm like, yeah, we're gonna start pricing that in. I mean, it's getting worse. 2022, the recession. This was post-COVID, but we had that thing. And then we had this, right? Things stalled because of the tariffs. And so it's very likely that this is a growing trend of maybe that. And so we could be in a recession, and again, as little as 6 months. It's almost there. But this is an opportunity for me to come in here and say, well, let's work on it. Now, again, I made 50-something thousand. I'm willing to risk some of that. I'm at my, what we call our margin buffer limit pivot. These yellow lines are strong pivots. It doesn't mean there's a guarantee they reverse. But for whatever reason, I'm just not a big thinker that the war was anything other than bullshit price action. I don't think it has anything to do. This has nothing to do with the oil prices. You know, the market just has been starving for a catalyst. And I think we open up. This is as good as just falling 400 points today. I could be wrong, but we'll see what happens, right? The yellow lines and red lines are not automated. Right now, they're manually taught how to do it. So when liquidity maps come out, we'll see what we get. We are way above DD band, and I have a rule: don't short above DD band. Now, this is the thing: only 4% of days close above here, and 96% of days close below the upper band. And so, Brad, that's what you said last night, by the way. So 4, 8, and 88. So when you look at individual bands, it's 4 and 96, and when you look at this one, it's 8 and 92. But in between both of them was 88. So remember Brad said 96 last night? He was actually talking about below the upper band. So you technically got it right. Just FYI. 4% of days stay up here. But that's not the reason. I normally don't short when it's this bullish. But this is fundamental. I don't believe that the market is going to rally until we get good economic data.
Order rejected.
See, my TPT is still rejected. These motherfuckers better turn this on. Oh my God. So let's keep testing it out. Your case has been promptly escalated to manager for review. So my TPT is locked for whatever reason. Again, locked, whatever. $55,000 profit we are opening, and I'm going to see what kind of target I can get. There's a massive gap up. I think that was bullshit news. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Fingers on the button, though. Market's opening in 15 seconds. All right. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna lose 20K right out the door. It's gonna be crazy, crazy, crazy. What's it gonna be like? I just find it hard to believe that this is a rally. This is going to cause a rally. Let's go. Let's hit it. Let's fuck it. Let's go. No. There's no rally here. There's no rally here. Come on, market. Look at that volatility, man. Dude, the market is barely moving. Now I'm talking barely moving. There is no volume here at the open. I even thought my shit is frozen. Look at this. There is literally no movement. There is no movement here at the open. I have never seen a more mild open in the fucking stock market. There is nothing going. Look how mild this is. All right, let's go. 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 Load it up, baby. 68K. Come on. 69,420. Can I do it again? $70K. Let me trim out a little bit. $72. Let's go. Let's go. 75. Dude. What is going on? This is the lowest volume I have seen in a market open in a very long time. Whoa, that just glitched out for a hot minute and went to 0. Okay, let's lock some of that in. Let's get down to 8. I'm good with 8. Everything blinked at 0 for a minute there. Looks like my real-time photoshopping bot glitched for a minute there. Happens, you know. Did y'all see that? I'm the world's greatest. People come in here sometimes and they're like, you Photoshop your stuff. I'm like, yeah, in real time. Did y'all see that? For like a hot minute, it all said 0 and I was like, oh no, my internet went down. Fuck. Think I could rise 100K? Yeah, probably. What's up, Rockstar? What's up, man? Yeah, probably so. Anyways, did y'all see how alarmingly low this volume is at the open? That's the lowest volume open I've seen in a long time. Look at this. That was, maybe it's just liquid or what? I don't know. At least it felt like low volume. 5340. Now the volume's picking up. Oh, the volume's still the same. Maybe just there's no liquidity here, I guess. I don't know. What do y'all think? Remember what I told you guys, my thesis the other day? Was I right or was I right? What I told you is that the war is not bullish for this fucking economy. This is a bullshit move. Now, whether I'm right, like I'm right for half the distance, I don't know, but I think that opening move was pretty good. And I trimmed it down to 8. I can let 8 run for the day. Let's see where my target is though. That's a lot. So the first sort of like liquid spot that we took off into Asia support is here. We're now ducking into Europe's low. So this is the one thing where it could probably bounce. So European low is here, like London low here. Asia low is here. So maybe even best case scenario would be a scalp to 2,500, like 200 points lower. But anyways, we'll see what we get. I'm completely interested in seeing what all the stocks are doing too. We've blended way into bull territory. DD ratio 92. Resiliences are all positive. ARB is 137. I mean, there's nothing bearish about the setup. But I'm going to stick to my fundamental guns. We need to start pricing in that horrible GDP now. Because it's Wednesday, baby. It's Wednesday, baby. Oh, it's good to have you all here, friends. I love having y'all wake up and hang out with me and trade with me today. I'm up 72,000 bucks on this today. On the road to $1 million. Again, I'm not super convinced that it does crash out. It's probably going to play here a little bit. But yellow line's always a pretty strong reject. We are testing now Europe lows, which is down here. But I'm going to tell you, going in my belief. Now again, I'm probably wrong-ish. But my belief is that it's very possible that we go down to here after some time. But I'm probably wrong today. Today might actually squeeze me out before it takes off. I don't think it's that easy of a trade. That's why I trimmed it out. Just in case it pops, I'll throw 20 back in up here. I'll allow myself 25,300 is about where I'll stop. So I'm gonna allow myself 150 points with 8. That's a lot, I know. We'll see. I've got no pivots, no targets, nothing under here. There's nothing at all. Again, I don't think a ceasefire and opening the strait is going to repair the economy. Like, that's just me. I don't know. I think we still have that horrible GDP. I still think and it's very rare that I'm a bear. And I tell you guys, when I'm a bear, you're going to know it. I've told y'all that. If y'all been watching me since 2016, there have been very, 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 very few times in your life you've seen Matt be a bear. It's a very rare thing. Bear doesn't mean I'm bearish all the time. It just means I'm bearish for the general direction. I will usually flip my trading polarity, bull, bear, like long, short, as the market's coming down. But man, I told y'all yesterday on My Funded TV, I said, you know, this is what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to have a resolve, or maybe that, oh yeah, because remember when I said the market's not polar, right? I said it's not a binary system. It's not like a yes or no sort of situation. You have three options, right? Either Trump and Iran were going to say, okay, we got a deal. Good. Ceasefire. We're opening the strait. Or B, they would say, you know, fuck you, bring it on. And then we're back to fighting. But there's like this option in the middle, which was basically Iran is like, okay, wait. Don't shoot us today, but give us some time. We'll work out something. Promise to open the strait, but we have a few more things to talk about. So let's get some time. We're going to stall. Or a delay. And we got the delay. Remember I told you we'd probably get a delay. I mean, this shit's so predictable. I've been trading Trump for so many years. I know the game. So we got a delay, if that makes sense. And because of that, the market just flew up. Now, before that even happened, what I said was the market was going to kind of like trade its way up for like a couple of days, hit 25,000, and then resume its sell-off until we can prove at next earnings season, that the market deserves to be bullish. I think because we missed earnings expectations we beat earnings expectations this time when we were passing the tariffs through, this time the earnings will reflect that. We will miss expectations this time because company sales are less. Employment's down, jobs are down, prices are up, inflation's up, sales will be down. We're gonna miss every earnings estimate this time around. Does that make sense? Let me talk slower because I'm speaking quick. Early on, the Fed thought that the companies were absorbing the tariff costs and passing it through. Then December came around and all the companies were beating expectations. Apple, Nvidia, all these companies were doing great and they would pop, but then somehow sell off. Like, what the heck? It's like Wall Street knew. It's like Wall Street said, nah, they're passing the tariffs through, but there's a delay. See, when you pass the tariffs through, it doesn't hit the shelves immediately. It hits distributors, it hits wholesale, and all of those prices, you have to go through layers of restocking your inventory before you finally buy the lot that's more expensive. So retail won't see that for like 6 to 12 months. We know that. And the companies just rode that wave all through December, where it made it seem like they were beating expectations. They were gonna absorb the tariffs. So you expected them to not beat expectations, but yet they all did. So there's your clue. They didn't absorb anything. They passed that shit all the way through. And maybe their friends in Wall Street got the phone call. Hey, yo, what's up, buddy, over there at IBM? What's going on? Oh yeah, we passed the tariffs on the customer. Yeah, thanks, bro. I owe you lunch next time. Yeah, we'll be playing golf. All right, cool. And then all of a sudden, they pop on good earnings and everybody sells it off. Wall Street had the right answer, right? Why were we selling in December when we were beating expectations? Because the tariffs went through and Fed's not going to cut rates. They knew it. So now we have expensive products now, inflation. Now we're going to miss expectations this time because fewer jobs, slowing GDP, slowing economical growth, and inflation. Everyone's going to miss sales. You see what I'm saying? That's my thought. We try to think ahead here, 3 or 4 steps ahead. I gave you that speech yesterday. Is at least my thesis sound, chat? What do you think? Is this a sound thesis? Am I making some bit of sense? We beat expectations last time. We're certainly going to miss them this time with the economic data tanking, right? So my thought is earnings are going to be pretty abysmal this time around, and yet we're rallying on a Iran war. We're going to get back to here. It makes no sense. The market didn't all of a sudden mysteriously turn bullish with lowering GDP and high inflation and unemployment going up. It makes sense. I'm like trying to figure this out. I doubt this 100%. Let's make some money on that. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I don't know anything either. I'm just like, I have this skill set of being able to take things and piece them together. Like, I think if I wasn't a trader, I'd be one kick-ass detective. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like the movie detective, and I'm sitting there with like all the shit on the board, and I'm drawing like connecting strings, and I'm like scratching my head, and I was like, oh, the fingerprints in Miami, that connects him to the girl in Russia, which oh, I gotta call his brother. You know what I mean? Like, that would be me. That would be like, I'd be so good at that. What's in the box? What's in the box? But no, I feel like my natural mentality is to like see a puzzle. Oh God, take me to an escape room. Listen, bros, I'll go to an escape room with you guys. We'll get out. We only get out. We'll get on the leaderboard and how quick we get out. IDOC and I are like professional escape room escapers, my friends. We lock ourselves in that. We get out with like 30 minutes, and they're like, you know, you guys are like top 5 on the leaderboard. We're like, we know we're pretty good. She's really smart. Her and I, we go into an escape room. We have a whole system for it. Immediately when I go in, I check the high stuff. She checks the low stuff. You know, you got to find shit on the floors, right? Once when we walk in there, I'm like, where's all the keys? Where's all the stuff? IDOC's on the floor, like looking at every corner, shining the flashlight in. Oh, we got a system for escape rooms. 100%. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna get the whole thing, but let's go ahead and lock in all of it but 2 and hold a runner. I'm cool with locking in 80K for now. And if the market crashes and I got 2, I'm good. But I think that I got 100 points today, and I'm 140 points of that. I'm okay. Let's just hold a runner and let it play around from here. Do I look like the professor from Money Heist? Hell yeah, dude. I like it. I like it. Okay. Anyways, I do like solving puzzles, and I like putting 2 and 2 together. Why would Wall Street be selling everything off in December while we're beating earnings expectations? Well, they had inside information. There's your answer. They knew. They're like, now, or their models, even if they didn't, their models were like, the Fed is completely underestimating how bad it's going to be with the tariffs. So, you know, we had the Bitcoin collapse caused a liquidity crisis here, and the government shutdown as well. Then we had this part in January. It was the same thing. Gold was having its craziness and had another liquidity event. But the whole time, Wall Street was like, it just looked like maybe 10% of Wall Street was trying to sell, and the other 90% was like, we're going to hold through it. You got to come into a trader's report. We'll tell you the same thing. Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button. We'll be doing a massive giveaway in just a little bit. We do prop giveaways every single day. Come into a trader's report quickly, fellas and ladies. It showed even back here, we were liquid. We had the net long was becoming more net long. This green line is sloping in. That's the craziest thing. Sloping up. So even during the selling off, you had people accumulating all through January and February. That's the crazy part. December had a little bit of selling, but even here, people were accumulating. The net long was even getting longer. So people were ready to buy the dip here, and then yet they were wrong. So some of Wall Street was getting it wrong. But here, this part of Wall Street got it right. These are like, you know, everyone's golf buddies and stuff. And I think right now, it's still sort of returning to that area. My thought is, you know, 1 to maybe 3 days up here. But I think, you know, I mean, I think that the trajectory needs to, there's no way we're V'ing up with every major economic data point looking south this time around, right? So we're going to be smart here, and I'm going to take a fundamental trade, which I don't normally do. I don't normally short above DD bands this high up, but I did take somewhat of a short with 20 contracts, and now I'm down to 2. I locked most of it in. Shit, if we fall 300 points on 2, I mean, that's another 15 grand. I don't like to go full port on everything. I like to be smart with everything, right? By the way, the Load Ranger TPT account, if I tell you guys the funny little story here, I was trading props this one year. So this last year I made about $1 million trading props, a little bit over, and I put in about 200K. So my ROI was about 5x trading props. I went live with Tradeify. That was like 70 something K. I made like 300 whatever something K, 400K, somewhere like that with Funded Next. I've made probably 200-300K with Take Profit. I've been trading ETF, and I've traded Top Step. That's what I've touched this year. And so roughly about $1 million. And I decided I want to take a break from trading props. Even though it's good money, I make a whole lot more just trading straight up. And so I'm down to my last TPT account, one left. I decided to take the 2 that I found. So I had 2 accounts there, right, that I had forgotten about when I decided to quit. I logged back in to investigate their issue where they were, you know, people said they were getting banned for botting when they weren't. So I went to investigate. Saw that I had 2 accounts still sitting there that I forgot about. And those accounts each had 20K of profit in it. So I was like, oh, I got 40K of profit. I didn't know, because CPT updates their stuff like a day later, it feels like. So I took out 30K of the 40, then I had those 2 accounts still sitting there, and I said, all right, whatever, I'm going to YOLO them and just one trade, either make 10K or blow it up, and I'm done. So one of them failed, one of them made 10K. Then the one that made 10K the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. For the last 5 trading sessions, I've made $10,000 back to back to back to back to back in this one account. Literally trying to all or nothing blow it up just to get it off my plate. There's no reason I don't want to trade props other than I'm doing way too much in life right now. I've got so many projects on the table. I got to cut something from my diet, and managing 9 prop accounts was not, you know, it's not really super conducive for that. So anyways, it's the Lone Ranger TPT account that just won't quit. No matter what I do, it's not blowing up. So right now it's locked. I can't make any trades because their system sometimes is weird. I hit max profit yesterday. Remember I told you I'm having all kind of issues. Even though they're one of the best prop firms out there, mechanically I'm having issues. Whenever you hit max profit, they put you on liquidation only. Oh, my funded futures. I forgot to mention my funded futures earlier too. I traded Top Step for a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I didn't do it for long. I left my funded futures off the lifts. Yeah, that one I also traded. I completely forgot. Anyways, when you make max profit in 10K in a day, they put you on liquidation only, and you can't trade anymore until the next day. So today I can't trade, and I was like, it won't let me trade. They go, oh, well, there's a 24-hour, or they, you know, you're locked until the next day. I'm like, it is the next day. This happened yesterday. You guys saw it on stream, right? So anyways, I can't even make a trade. If I come in here, it's like order. Oh, they opened it back up. Oh, I guess it's back on. Finally, they fixed it. Okay. Well, it was order rejected all morning. There's your proof. Rejected, reject. Now they turn it back on. Well, all right. We're back. They turn it back on. Well, those reject. I told you guys, y'all think I'm not making it up. Here. You only live once. Fuck it. YOLO. All right. You only need 4 contracts to hit 10. 3 contracts to hit 10K in volatility like this. 3 is probably even too much. So yeah, rejected. So the one Lone Ranger TPT account that just won't quit. Maybe I shouldn't even try to short it. This is a bad place to short from, actually. Let's trim it down to 2. All right, let me hold 2 and see what happens. What's my risk for the prop account? 2, 3 contracts. That's it. That's it. For 150K account, you don't need any. With 4,500, when I take the payout to buffer, there's only 4,500 left in it. NASDAQ every 40 points is $800, right? 40 points is my average stop. So 800 times 3 is 24. That gives me 2 trades a day to hit that $4,500 buffer. So in this quote unquote YOLO, a couple of them I was full porting, like, you know, as high as I can go. But last like 2 or 3 sessions, I was doing maybe like 3 contracts. That allows me to fail twice before I bust. Because I would go like to 15K, then take out the 10. I'm down to, you know, 45 to 5, whatever it is. Because remember, they have a buffer, right? And you can withdraw into the buffer, but it's 50% consistency. Or sorry, 50% profit split. Out of the buffer, it's 80%. So I don't want to withdraw into the buffer. And I need something to trade the next day. So anyways, my thought is, you know, 2 to 3 is enough. 2 allows you to lose 3 trades. 3 allows you to lose 2 trades on a $4,500 buffer using a 40-point stop. So 76,000 P&L, baby. I kind of like that. Good deal, good deal. All right, chat. I'm gonna let you guys vote. Do y'all want to listen to some jams? Or do y'all listen to the cool jams? Y'all want to be like, you know, how Sir Darb has the jams, like the good list of jams? Do we want jam with our breakfast? Or do we want elevator music with our breakfast? What are we thinking today? We want cool jams? I'll jam. You want some jams? Y'all want some chaos? You want some chaos with your eggies and waffles? All right. Chaos it is, boys. Okay. All right. Let's do some jams. All right. Let's do it. I'll have to let you guys know. I have an announcement. I am finally getting a haircut today. I know it's been a couple of months. So I'm excited to finally get my hair. I was supposed to get a haircut last week and I missed my appointment. I got the time wrong. Showed up, he already had somebody else sit in the chair. I was like, oh, what the heck? I'm looking a little shaggy. Like, this is usually shaved with the number 3, okay? And it's probably like 1.5 inches long, so. All right, we're gonna jam it up, guys. Oh, hello. Okay. TPT account with 2. I see you. All right. So the TPT account, I trimmed it from 3 to 2 just because I wanted to. It's gonna move around more than. I've got like 80-point swings here, so 1 is probably enough to hit 10K, but 2 is probably even better. To keep it low. Now again, let's go through and cycle through the stocks. Let's actually look at monthly maps on stocks. So we can actually pin out how they're doing here. Hold on. Dude, they're all going to be bullish, dude. Nvidia's bullish as shit, right? I mean, let's save our time. They're all going to look like that. Keep an eye out. Okay, so, okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I want you to pay very close attention to Nvidia right here. So you can see how some of the stocks have MHP that's right up on top of it. If you start losing MHP, that's a crash. So where we are right now is actually a strong support if some of your stocks are there. So everybody do me a favor, keep Nvidia front and center. At least keep your alerts on your events feed set to look at MHP and watch out in case there's an MHP break on Nvidia. Let's see if Apple's close too. Apple's not. Meta is. Okay, right guys, pay attention to these MHP. So this is where monthly hedge pressure is a gamma flip point, and so this area is going to be high volume pivot. It's going to try to support this. This is very bullish for Apple and Meta and all these things, but when you break through it, it's going to start causing some issues. So keep an eye on monthly resilience, which is actually negative right now, -18. You see that? Monthly resilience is starting to go below 0 because stocks are breaking MHP at this point. This can be a big hundreds of points sell-off day today. If we break through, so Meta's the first casualty. Keep an eye out. Microsoft also as well. So keep an eye out. This could be pretty big. All this can, if we, now again, Nvidia is the one that usually saves the market. Google MHP break. All right, see what I'm talking about. These are all gamma flips and stocks. We've got, okay, so on your, off to the side, can you guys see it on my chart? Oh, you can't see it. Here, let me turn over here. Over here, keep an eye out for more of these red arrows to pop up. Tesla, Google, and Meta have broken MHP to the downside. So that gamma flip is going to cause monthly hedge resilience to go down. And currently it's less than 0. So the index is going to have that negative sort of pressure on it. Good deal. Dude, we fucking nailed it today. I love it. It could go even further south. Like, could speed up south. And I'm almost sad that I trimmed out a lot of this, but I'm okay. You know me, I don't like to risk a lot when there's possible news and stuff. But there can't be any further good news for the war going on right now because they can't just say, you know, things are better on top of being better. The only news that could come out can only be worse. Like, they start fighting at each other again, and then you get red candles out the door. Okay, so positive half gap resilience means 784 is about a solid support area. Like I said, I don't want to risk too much in this environment. But if I hold a runner and this thing just collapses, say that I'm good. How do you add these indicators? This is bought through Rocket Scooter. You have to go to, my description has a link for it. So As you see, most of the stocks are now breaking hedge pressure, gamma flip negative, right? So the market cap has that negative hedging pressure to it. Can go lower from here. Do I think the minutes will spike? I don't think the minutes have any capacity to spike because the minutes we're discussing, if you look at the dot plots, Powell even addressed it. He goes, you know, he says there's more people that were wanting lower rates that no longer want lower rates. I mean, the minutes are just the minutes of their meeting. They give you any possible future insight into what the Fed's going to do. I'll tell you what the Fed's going to do. They're not going to cut rates for a while. And the dot plot, which was more distributed, has now tightened up, but tightened up at the same place. So in general, the rate cut possibility hasn't changed. I think if you go to like the CME Fed Watch, it'll probably still show there's like a 99%, I bet. Probably a 99% chance that we don't get a rate cut. And remember, you alternate every other Wednesday, or every 2 Wednesdays. So today's the minutes. So 2 Wednesdays from now is going to be. Oh shit! It is 99% chance of a rate cut. What? Oh, that's right. They were talking about the June or before June, right? Market is actually pricing in a rate cut. That's not what. Yeah, the minutes are gonna be very, very crazy today. Hold on. Let me get my glasses on. No. Current rate is 3. Oh, no, right. Okay, sorry. My bad. Whew. Thank you, Kyle. No, I got this wrong. That's our current rate. Oh, 1.6% think we get a rate hike. Okay, never mind. Forget it. Okay, forget what I said. I thought Wall Street was projecting a rate cut, and I was like, yeah, the minutes are going to be pretty crazy because they're not going to hint at that at all. This is current rate. My bad. The only reason this confused me because current rate is usually over here, and the projection is a small chance of a rate cut. No, my friends. We're going the other way. There's a small chance of a rate hike. Oh, my God. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. All right, so never mind. So I don't think the minutes are going to be that big of a deal. There's no surprise that's going to come out of that. The Fed's going to discuss, like the dot plot was more distributed and it just tightened up a little bit. Let me show you. Hold on. This is where you come up with that FOMC projections. So if you guys want to know all these links and stuff, March projections. Every quarter, the FOMC pops out these projections here. And the dot plot is what's important. It's how every member believes that the rate should be. So each one of these dots is one of the members of the committee. And so what you saw like in December was that they were like December looked like that for 2027. And March looks like this. It's like it's squashed in a little bit. So there's more people that wanted like less rate cut or less rate, more rate cuts that are actually here. There's also more people that wanted, there was actually a lot more up here that wanted more rate hikes that are also down here. So essentially like people at the extremes sort of tightened up. The average is still a 3.0 by 2027, which is by the end of next year. Which means at best, we're talking 2 rate cuts between now and next year. So 1 a year. That's it. So the number of rate cuts didn't change, but the distribution changed. So basically like the Fed was very spread out on what they thought their policy was. But now that we see inflation coming in, everybody's pretty much on the same page now. 3 is about where we need to land. Farkas, you like the music, bro? Hell yeah, dude. This is AI AC/DC. You can't get any better than this. Whoever was able to create AI AC/DC, it's incredible. Yeah, maybe Brad made this one. All right, so question. You guys, who do you like better, Bon Scott or Brian Johnson? You guys, AC/DC fans. Who was the better? Who was better? Are you like 1970s AC/DC or 1980s AC/DC? Who's your favorite? I like the song Matt Cowett. He's my shooter. This is one of Keith's songs, I think. Bon Scott, Scott, the way to go. There you go. They're also both great too. It's hard to say, right? You vote 70s DC? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm still short. So what is arbitrage, right? Arbitrage is a really cool indicator. Let me tell you what I created here. So if I go to a stock, let's pull up a random stock, Microsoft. Okay. Show you something really neat. So Microsoft gapped up overnight. Couple of facts to take away of this, right? We gapped up and now we're sitting at the half gap, which is what HG stands for. And you can see there's a pivot there with some volume. Let me zoom in on this so it's a little easier for y'all to see. Oh, arbitrage is brilliant. It's like one of my favorite things I've ever made. It's a stroke of brilliance, I have to say. Let me tell you what it does. It's the world's first predictive leading indicator. It's a leading indicator. It's not using technical analysis. It uses inferences. Okay, let me show you what it does. Okay, few facts. Number one, open always says volume. Check. Close always says volume. This is the MOC MOO principle. This is something we're exploiting. Now you can Google that. MOC and MOO, market on open, market on close, is a process where like hedge funds can submit orders to market makers and they get filled at one price at the open or close. Dealer gives a fair price to everybody right there, and this is everybody. And so that's why you have high volume at the open, high volume at the close. So we're going to put L for liquid, right? This is very liquid here. And it's also very liquid here. So liquid is where there's a lot of buyers and sellers, So you know it's a buffer for like order flow, right? So if you market's pressing through it, you got a lot of previous sellers that were there. So if you're liquid here, then you're certainly like double liquid squared in the middle, right? Liquidity is just where buyers and sellers are in close proximity, so the frequency of transaction goes up. Here, super liquid. So liquid in the middle. Now the idea is that when a stock, so postulate number one is the market is liquid at the open and closed and liquid in the middle. Postulate is a thing that can't be disproven. So we know this every single time. Observably, there's high volume here, here, and here. Here's the volume at the middle. Okay. Postulate number two is that markets go up to look for sellers. Markets go down to look for buyers. That's we all know that, right? Markets go up to find sellers, go down to find buyers. So at the middle, the market's perfectly balanced. So that's postulate number three. At the middle, we found harmony. So the biggest liquid, the highest liquidity is the open and close. The highest volume spike is always open and close. If you look at a daily volume chart, it's like a J-shaped thing. The close is always higher volume than the open, but very rarely does intraday volume ever surpass a single 1 minute volume candle at the open. All right. So because you're balanced at the middle, then at the middle, I designed an indicator that can tell me, well, if one stock of the 500 and the S&P were deciding to move slightly above the middle, then what we do is we calculate how far it needs to go until it finds its next liquidity point, which is where sellers will be, which we proved was here, first postulate, right? So if Microsoft just moves a little bit, what we do is we calculate how much further it can go to fill its gap, and then we convert that into applicable S&P points. So 5 points in Microsoft equals a certain amount of S&P. You can calculate exactly how much that is, and you can take all of the stocks at once doing the same thing. If like Tesla was here, then we would subtract that value. And you take all 500 companies and you do that same thing, you add it up and you have this sort of like possible value for the S&P if you were to snap your fingers and every stock were to fill its gap simultaneously to whichever direction of whatever side of half gap it's on. So what it does is it shows the potential for the S&P, right? And we call it the S&P implied. So essentially the S&P has an actual current value based on where they are. But S&P implied is the value it could be. So what we do is we compare the value of what it is to what it could be. And if the implied value is less than the current value, then we add some points to the arbitrage value. It means the actual value is behind what it could be if everything were to move. Then the next step is what we do is we convert it to futures. Then we take the futures chart, which is sort of like trading alongside the S&P. And we do the same thing for NASDAQ. But the futures chart is not necessarily on top of the S&P or NASDAQ. They're usually off by a little bit. And there's a factor called contango backwardation. What we do is we normalize it and put the two on top of each other. We subtract out the contango. And we take that difference and we subtract it from that difference. And now you got ARB. Now, what does that long-winded answer tell you? It tells you the NASDAQ is currently undervalued by 245 points underneath what it would be if every stock were to simultaneously fill its gap at whatever direction it was going to. Then how far can the NASDAQ move to catch up? So if every stock were to either fill its gap there or fill its gap there all at the same time, the actual value of the NASDAQ would go up 250 points. That's exactly what it's telling you. So the way that we use that is really awesome. For instance, the fact that ARB is positive, it means most stocks have upward potential rather than downward potential. As you see, Microsoft is right on the edge here. Now, if Microsoft were to break to this side, you would see ARB take a hit. And if enough market cap takes a hit, then ARB goes negative. So it's telling you like how that seesaw is tilting one way or the other, right? Yeah, dude, I thought today would be extremely volatile, right? This has been such a non-volatile event. Can I lower the music? Yeah. Sorry about that. Anywho, it's because it looks at moves that haven't happened yet, it's predictive. And so it's like, or not predictive, let me kind of use a better word. It's forecasting, right? You can't predict the market, but it's telling you right now, Microsoft's potential is it's supporting here. Microsoft has the potential to move all the way to there. And we look at every stock at the same time, and ARB is a balancing act. So as ARB is going higher and higher and higher and higher, what it's telling you is more and more and more stocks are sitting right at their half cap, right at the bounce point. So if they start breaking through, ARB is going to completely plunge. And if it goes negative, it means the index is priced higher than the value it could. So if Microsoft were to flip this way, then the index has that much potential Microsoft to lose, right? So it's because it's moves that haven't happened yet, then it's forecastable and we can calculate the distance that we can actually go. I use this also for my stop loss. So an example, if I'm trading S&P and it says 38, then whatever pivot I want to long from, I have to allow 38 points to overshoot, give or take. I'll round up to 40. Because what this does, since it also adjusts for contango, one of the neat effects of it is it tells you what the average volatility is. A little cool side effect of it. So an example is you see there's some V's right here as the NASDAQ was moving up and down. At that time, ARB was about 130. So if I were to draw a box of distance 130, this is a cool little side effect. Watch, let me draw a box of like 130. So from 70, let's see, where did I start here? 72 to 200. Right, there's 130. When it said 130 here, look at 130. Like, look at how the volatility is inside of that. The amount of up and so volatility, like when markets are searching for buyers and sellers, you see how it spanned about that distance, right? Even from high to low, and then it had its first big bounce up. So what ARB actually tells you is about how much swing you get in futures at the same time. So as a side effect, it actually tells me how much overshoot I can expect when I'm trading. We didn't anticipate that to be as good as it was, but here's S&P was about 25, and from 36 down to about 16, that's about 20, right? So what it's telling you is about how much deviation, because if the S&P is trading down, the futures are going to like oscillate around it as people are trading off of it. How high up and down does it swing? Well, it's exactly this amount. So I use it for all kind of things now. It was a little side effect. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's one of the coolest indicators. I think, right? I got inspired to do this while drunk at a wedding. I went to one of my friends, or tea ceremony, Vietnamese tea ceremony. Bride and groom we're like, let's do shots. And so we did 6 shots back to back. And I sat there at the dinner table with IDOC and her parents and her sister. And we're all sitting there. And I'm just like staring off into space. Like, she's like, hit me on like, Matt, my parents are here. You're being rude, kind of thing. Like engage. Like, what? Like, are you? She's like, are you unhappy? Are you okay? I'm like, babe, I'm in the zone. Hold on. She's like, oh, okay. And she tells her mom Vietnamese. Oh, because her mom was like, what the fuck's wrong with Matt? You know how Vietnamese parents are. Like, what's wrong with Matt? He's being rude. Get in, engage with people. And then she whispers to her mom. She's like, oh, Matt's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. Like when he gets in the he's doing calculations, mom. He's good. He's not being rude. And mom was, oh, okay. He's doing calculations. So then I was like, she's like, hey, I gotta excuse myself for a minute. Sorry, I'm being rude, guys. So I left the table and I got on my phone. I started like writing down the code, the pseudo code to whip up Arb. So inspiration comes at the weirdest times. So I was like, I'm sorry, babe, I'm in the zone, man. I've got this idea I gotta write down. Now, resilience was a similar thought. Resilience is almost the same thing, slightly different though. Arbitrage is a modification of the resilience process that uses all stocks outside of the box too. So slightly better. Our resilience is designed in that same capacity, but only actionable at the actual pivot points. Like at this white line, I'll consult resilience if I went a long or short or whatever. But arbitrage is designed to be useful everywhere because it uses the contango adjustment. So I can use it anywhere, and it actually has a real dollar amount. Up here, this is a percentage, negative 100 to 100. Yeah, she was kind of like, let him cook. But yeah, she's just like, Matt, you're being rude. Like, she's like, come on, talk to people. You're just kind of sitting here. Are you bored? Are you upset? Like, what's going on? Yeah, knowing Viet parents 100% freaked out. Yeah, her mom was like, if I was sitting next to her mom, she would do this. She hit me. Her mom hits me all the time. It's hilarious. She slaps me in the arm. She's like, hey, pay attention. I'm like, sorry, mom. I became one of the kids all the time. It's like, put your phone away. Yes, ma'am. So she's like, Matt's being rude. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm being rude. Sorry. I have a thought. I can't lose it. It's a good idea. So her mom's hilarious, dude. She's so funny. Anyways, yeah, so for whatever reason, I was already had it on my mind earlier in the day. I was like, I bet you there's a way I can make a resilience that works everywhere. And then finally I had the idea for how I'd write the code for the contango adjustment in real time, and I was like, oh, I gotta write this down. So I was like scribbling out some pseudo code on my iPhone. Tequila helped. Market doesn't seem to care about the red news right now. Nah, I don't think the market's going to care a lot about the news. So where we're staring at right now, with the arbitrage being higher, it means most stocks are actually holding. They're holding their spots. So once stocks hit half gap and start falling off, then ARB will start to move lower. And the fact that it's not moving lower is just a single glance to let you know that most of the stocks are hanging in there. So we'll see. Oh, I requested a payout from that account from yesterday. Let me see if it went through. Take profit's a little finicky because the timing is not like real time. There's always like a delay when things update. I love Take Profit though. It's one of my favorite firms I've traded with. Some stuff going on straight right now. The only news that could come out would be bad news anyways, right? Because there's nothing good that can come out further unless they go JK LOL. We'll have a ceasefire right now. Let's just do it. Screw the 2-week thing. I think any news that could come out would just be bad. Like people are still fighting or firing at each other or something. All right, we'll see. I mean, I'm okay. I'm kind of completely okay with what I've done so far. And I just have a runner of 2, and that's pretty good that I have 2. I'm not having heart attacks watching it go up and down. Need some advice? Okay, I got you, man. Let's do our first giveaway, though. Because we always do giveaways every single day. Oh, let me let my bot tricks. Yeah. Bot tricks. Let me load up here really quick. I have a feeling, dude, that we're just gonna get red. I think we're gonna get red candles at half cap. I think that's very possible today. I don't think there's any bullishness from here. All right, our first giveaway we're going to do was a lead trader funding. They're having a 90% off sale. So our giveaways are sponsored by our partners. Quickie little thing. Prop score is trucking along fairly well for our beta. So our current partners, you know, they have sales. ETF has a really good static account. I think that's like their flagship. I would say that's their best product. All the other accounts are pretty mid-tier, but the statics are fantastic. Like when we come to prop firms, we know which ones are like good sleeper hits and which ones are, you know, just mid-tier. So we've created this auditing firm, which we're proud to show off. It's in beta right now for those of you who haven't seen it yet. Prop score. So what it is a mathematical model that ranks prop firms based on how good they are. There's all kind of factors that go into the scoring system, but essentially you'll be able to come in here and it'll rank every firm based on factors. For instance, return on investment, per money spent, per time in market is the overall score against the difficulty. You have price per time in market, which is how quick you can get a payout. Dollar drawdown per price is how big of an account you get for what you spend. ROI is the return you're expected to get. Simplicity is how hard the account is, what kind of rules they have, how big the drawdown is, what type of drawdown, is there DLL, is there consistency, yada yada. So each of the firms now have a score, and you can mouse through them and see over here on the graphic what the scores actually are. Our next update, now this is in beta right now, we're launching this in 2 weeks to you guys in the public. The next update is going to have where you mouse over these things, it'll explain to you why the scores are what they are, and now you can see which firm is actually ranked better. Currently right now we have 8 firms programmed in, give or take, and you can see the top firms already based on the minimum first payout model. You can model it on the first payout minimum, you can model it on the expected payout, which is what you can expect to get on your best day, and then you can get max monthly payout, which is what you're expected to get over a month. Now, you can also type in your own stats, like I have a 60% win rate, and I like to trade 1.5 to 1 trades. I'll blow up 5 times before I pass one, and I'll blow up 5 before I get a payout. Boom. Which one is the top ranked account for me? And in this situation, according to the current deals we have going on right now, Top Step became #1 according to my stats, because per my stats, it's the easiest for me and the highest ROI for me. If you don't program your own stats, use a default risk model, and the default risk model will let you see what the defaults really are. Well, Top Step is not ranked the highest in default. At default, now that was a high win rate case. What if you have a 10% win rate? Who's the winner there? And then you can see that the scores shift around. Well, if you trade 5 to 1, who's the winner there? See what I'm saying? What if you fail a lot? I fail 20 accounts before I pass and fail 20 accounts before I pass. Who becomes top? Like who moves up towards the top? And you can see it's completely shifted around. Phidias, Tradeify, and Topset moved up the list. What makes that happen? Well, they're cheap to fail, right? So they're going to have a higher score when you fail a lot. The other ones are more expensive to fail. The other ones give you more ROI. See up here, the ROI is not that good. But you're not winning a lot either with these stats. So you're basically, which one's better for you? Well, if you're losing a lot, you want a cheaper path to failure, right? So that's kind of thing. How much is this going to cost? It's free service. It is free for all of you. That's the most beautiful part about it. You will not pay a dime for this. Free, free, free. You guys like that? So it's a free service. The way that you'll be able to free 90 free, baby. The way you'll be able to support this, we have a whole staff of people running this company, and it's an unbiased rating agency where you know it's unbiased. There's a scenario where Top Step is ranked #1, and I fucking hate Top Step. So that's your proof that I'm not baking in my favorites into this, because Top Step would be at the bottom of the list if that was the case. So I'm just kidding. But seriously though, you can see it's a complete fair, no pay for play. Nobody can get favor. The scores are done independently. I don't even manage the data. So the people that manage the data aren't affiliated with prop firms whatsoever. So it's completely independent auditing, and everything's done to a standard, and math dictates the answer. Yeah, like I hate Top Step, but the fact that they can rank it #1 is how you know it's legit. It kind of makes me cringe to see that under. But if you fail a lot, if you fail 100 times before you pass, then you know Top Step will probably move its way up the list. You know. So, anyways, it's cheap to fail. That's why it starts to take over. So, anyways, all the math has been thought up. You can sort by what expect. Min first payout is like, okay, I just want the first payout I can get. Like your buffer at TPT, you can take the payout, but at a higher punishment, 50% split rather than 80. So your min first payout will factor in things like you go straight to the buffer and take it out. Expected first payout would be like the maximum you're going to get in a day. Like my best day, 10K at TPT, right? That kind of thing. Max monthly is how much you're expected to make in a month. So as a trader, you might say, dude, I'll take whatever I can get, just any payout. I'm picky. I mean, I'm not picky. I'm desperate. So I'll take out any payout. What's the min payout I can get? Who's the best? I just want to get in and get out quick because I'm not good at trading. Or you can say, you know what? I'm pretty good. Which one gives me the best return in a single day? The best day I can do across the board. The other one is like, hey, I'm a career trader. Which one gives me the most potential, all things being equal, to make the most in a month? Right? So we thought of all of this, and it's a free service. And the only way it's going to support itself is you guys keep using our code out there with our partners. We're doing something different than your average prop person who, you know, they take the money that you spend on props and they go and buy themselves a Lambo with it or whatever. Instead, I'm taking that money and I hired a whole team of people to build you a service with it. So when you guys are using your code, use code SCORE out there. Currently, Rocket Scooter also works, but code SCORE is the new one. We have a prop code with every firm out there. Every firm now we have an affiliate with. So every firm, name one, we got it. Code SCORE. The money that comes in from that will be funneled into this to support this, to give you the service to go with it. Now you guys have a smart shopping tool. I just want to pitch it. It's in beta right now. It's free. It will continue to be free as long as it can pay for itself. I have no desire to charge you a dime for it. Another thing is you want to compare two firms together. You can add them to compare, view all the comparisons, and you'll see that they can list them side by side with all the scores, and there's going to be some AI telling you why some are good and some are bad. Pretty neat. Code doesn't work for E8. Yeah, not every firm it's been completed yet. We have a code, but E8 is one I haven't finished yet. So let me show you the list of the ones I have finished. Actually, as a matter of fact, I was emailing E8 last night. Eventually we will. The ones that we have finalized that will work is, so E8 is on hold for now because I need to do the KYC. I haven't done it yet. And it's crazy because I feel like I'm straining my neck doing like 50 KYCs. That's funny. All day, dude. Every 20 minutes, I'm like this with my phone. You know what I'm saying? This has been my life for the last couple of weeks. So here's what we have that's finalized right now. Alpha, Earn to Trade, Funder Pro, Hydra Funding, Lucid, 4Prop, Blueberry, Blue Sky, Elite Trader Funding, Funded Futures Network, Funded Next, Funded Seat. Funded Seat's the new hot one out there, by the way. Everybody's talking about it. Halcyon. Ugh. You have to have everybody equally, though. Fucking hate those guys. Ola Prime, Aqua Futures, Bullinox, FX, IFY, Lilu, Lux Trading, My Funded Futures, Next Gen. We have to have a code with everybody to be fair. We can't play favorites. So, to be fair, everybody has to have an equal opportunity. Prop Shop Trader, Take Profit Trader. No more affiliate with Futures Desk. Futures Desk has canceled the affiliate program since they merged with Top Step. Trade Day, Day Traders, Tradeify, Perdia, and there's a bunch of other ones we haven't finished, but they're on their way. Name of the website's not public yet until the beta is turns to open beta, which will be next Monday. So do I know Earn to Trade? Yeah, so Earn to Trade was like the first retail sim funded firm, I thought. They came out before Top Step did, I think, or they came out at the same time. I'm friends with one of the guys that that built that, actually. You just open a Lucid account. Do you recommend doing a few evals or once, or wait till you get funded with one before opening a second eval? I personally like to use props in a way that I will get as many evals as I can get, and I will trade them all at separate places to up my chances of winning. Here's an example. Say that it costs 50 bucks to play, and I have 3 possible pivots to trade from. I'll trade account 1 at this one, account 2 at this one, and account 3 at this one. And if 1 fails and 2 fails and 3 makes money, then 3's profit paid for 1 and 2's loss. I trade props personally like that by splitting up the risk and doing it. I never trade prop accounts personally to trade like one account. Let me see how it does and make some money with it. Okay, I'm good. I use the fact that they're cheap to fail to spread out the risk and let the expensive or the cheap to fail be part of the strategy. And I don't use a copy trader. I never copy trade. I've always split up this way, and I made about $1 million last year doing this, so it's a good strategy. Say I have 3 pivots here, here, and here, and it costs me 50 bucks to lose on this one, and 50 bucks to lose on this one, and 50 bucks to trade this one, and this one wins and goes funded, and I make, you know, 1,000 bucks or 2,000 bucks pays for the losers, right? And so I've done that very successfully, and I've done that with all props because I'm exploiting the prop system. The prop system is a cheap to fail endeavor. Imagine some garbage firm with 90% off with $10 accounts. Just throw money at it. Imagine a firm that's $200 for an account that's 90% off. Now it's 20. And imagine it's $20 every time you fail. And imagine the market falls and falls and falls and falls, and you spent 20 bucks to try here, and 20 bucks to try here, and 20 bucks to try here. And then finally it goes up. You pay your activation fee of 180 bucks. Then you paid $200 for this one and $40 for those to fail. You pay $240 to get yourself a funded account. All you need to do is make that back in your first trade, and then you're done. It's when it's cheap to fail, especially with activation fee models, I just throw money at it to pass. I don't even take it seriously on the eval side. There's no reason to, because in reality, you want to exploit the cheap cost of failure. That's a strategy. Now, you guys watch me trade with perfect risk management over here in a real account when it matters, but I'm the guy that thinks ahead and thinks outside the box. So I trade them differently, and I'll throw money at it to get money at the back end. I've always done it that way. If you try to trade seriously in your eval side, you're kind of playing their game, and the longer you're in a trade and the more you're trying to be discreet and perfect about where you enter, the higher the chance of you're not going to make money at the end of it, because the market will chop you out or stop you out, or you'll hit consistency or something will happen. But if you spread it out and trade at different places, I've teach this in the boot camp, just on the eval side. And you can do it with funded too, but it's going to cost you a little bit more. I've always traded props that way, but I split them up because copy trading is just wasting money to increase your risk, and you're going to spend a whole lot more money copy trading. I don't do that. If anything, I'll spread them out. Like if I have 10 accounts, I'll trade 2 of them there, 3 of them there, then the other 5 of them there or something like that. I'll spread them out that way. All right. First giveaway. So yeah, if you guys keep using our code out there and supporting the prop score effort, it'll always be free. So we'll take the affiliate revenue that we make from that. And with that affiliate revenue, we're going to put it back into the company. We're going to give it back to you guys. So we get like 10 or 15 or whatever, 20% or whatever the cut is right of the sale. But, you know, I don't need the money. So instead, we're taking that money and we're putting it in back into the site. So we're going to recycle the prop affiliate money. It's like we're doing it together, right? So that's me giving back to you guys in a free service. You're welcome. I know. And I have a whole team of employees that have salaries. They get paid full-time salaries to manage this. Their job is going to be the network, to get to know these props, to get to know the new things that are coming out before they come out, to get to know what sales, what deals, bring those folks on our show, get them to talk about it. We want to be like the authority in the prop space. As people have been calling us the prop cops as a side nickname, we're going to be the prop cops. DPP on the website is drawdown per price. It's how much drawdown, i.e. the size of your account per dollar you spend. So an account with $3,000 drawdown is slightly bigger than an account with $2,000 drawdown. So which one gives you the fatter account for the lowest price? Your strategy may work your way into that because you may have a strategy where you do dollar cost averaging, you need a bigger drawdown. You're under review for your AMP account. What data provider do you recommend for here? For our place, for Rocket Scooter, you need an actual brokerage account. So AMP will sell you the data. CQG is not a data provider. CQG is just an API that connects a brokerage to a platform. So every broker will give you CQG login credentials if they're compatible with CQG. Rhythmic is a data feed provider that you buy data from. But Rhythmic and CQG Rhythmic and CQG are both APIs. They both do the same function. I don't think you can buy, I think I'm mistaken. I don't think you can buy data from Rhythmic. But if you had to choose one or the other, CQG is more compatible with pretty much most of trading platform spread. Rhythmic isn't compatible with TradingView. It's also not compatible with Rocket Scooter. CQG is compatible with all of them. What's the best straight to funded prop with end of day? That's a good question. PropScore will be able to answer that question for you guys. So on Monday, I'll publish the link live here for folks in our stream. So if you're in our stream, you can come to the open beta. Right now, we're still finishing up closed beta, so not everybody can access it yet. All right, we're going to spin the wheel in just a little bit. We'll have one more giveaway in a second. Let me take a break. Congratulations to the winner. LOL. Go to my Discord, link in description below the video. Talk to an admin named Slacks in that contest channel in that Discord. Send him a screenshot of your YouTube ID and I'll hook you up with the account at ETF. Congratulations. ETFs currently have a 90% off sale on their static. It's one of the best ranked statics and gives you one of the fattest drawdown per price of any prop account, which is pretty cool. Hold on. What am I looking for here? Pete, hear me typing to you. Hey, make sure you spelled it right. Sometimes I type in COM instead of CO. Am I in a short? Yeah, I'm in a short in both places. My TPT account that just won't quit, and then my my million challenge account. I told you guys, man, we're gonna open just sell this shit off. Best case scenario, I think red line's the way to go. I think that's probably where that bounce point will be. Tankers are passing the Gulf. I'm gonna tell you guys, let me tell you guys something funny or something cool. I said this would happen yesterday. As of right now, here's my thought. Forget that the war is gonna move the market anymore. It's no longer gonna do it. The market is now on track for what's coming up this week. More important than the Strait of Hormuz is CPI, PCE, GDP. That's what we're really thinking about right now. The market's gonna shrug off all the news, I think, today. Israel's already broken the ceasefire. Well, that's the thing. Like, that's not the news that's gonna move into this market anymore. I think that the war news moving the market is over. I think that ended yesterday. From here on out, people that are going to trade off the war news, I think, is going to be sadly mistaken. I think we're back to trading on economic data. When the ceasefire was never with Iran and Israel, it's between us and Iran. Yeah. Why does the US keep suffering for Israel? I don't know. I don't know the state of Illuminati level politics, who pulls what strings and where and why. I don't know why everybody does anything. I don't know if what's our connection with Israel. Who knows? There's a million reasons. I'd hate to speculate. The deeper reason, not just a political reason. It could be, and honestly, this could be part of it. I always thought that, like, why we care so much about Israel. I really just think it's our God against your God. It's that whole brutal, barbaric mentality of the Crusades. We team up with Israel because we have the same God, and we fight the people that have a different God. I feel like it's that it could be that petty. You know what I mean? It's probably stupid, barbaric shit. I mean, you never really know where how deep it runs. Not the same God. All right, if you don't go that path in this stream, this is a Wall Street stream. Leave your fucking feelings and pronouns at the door. We're not gonna talk about that here. Not the same God. Look, nobody cares. You know that. We're just talking about Wall Street here. We can have endless theological debates, and we're all equally right. Or equally wrong. I don't know. Maybe the same God, maybe not the same God. I don't know. Elohim is plural. So if you actually look at the Hebrew root of that word, it means plural. So actually, I found that to be kind of funny because that means multiple gods, but there's only one. I was always confused by that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That was something that I always found interesting. But I always found that was a leak in remnants of the old polytheistic days where there always were multiple gods, and it's kind of easier sell if you try to sell your new religion to a bunch of cavemen that, yeah, we kind of have multiple gods too, but we call them angels. It's kind of what you're used to, Zeus, Hera, you know, Poseidon, but we got the same thing. We just call them angels. You know, there's multiple deities and they're all very similar to each other. I'm a Christian, by the way, Catholic, but I'm a very worldly sort of person. I like everybody's religions, to be honest. But I think if they use U.S. Israel, it could be that. Like, who knows what we gain out of it other than it can probably just be, you know, barbaric reasons like that. So Yahweh was a Canaanite storm god. That I do know. Yeah. It's like the word sheep can be plural or singular. In the context, I've read some theologians that pulled it apart, showed the context is in its plural form. But then, like, Christianity has what they call the Godhead. Depends on what branch of Christianity you have. You can either be what they call oneness or the triad, which believes in the Godhead, which is like 3 different types of God, and oneness believes Jesus is all of them. It's so hard to wrap your head around a lot of it logically, but the answer to all of that just could be from a lot of borrowing nearby, you know. Stories are all very similar. I read a lot of religious stuff, by the way. I'm very fascinated by it. Did you know? I love to talk about this one. You know the story of Elijah in the Bible, right? Elijah's one of 2 people that made their way into heaven without having to die, according to biblical lore. He was scooped up from planet Earth in a chariot pulled by horses made of fire. Isn't that crazy? Just picked him up. Hey, we'll take you to heaven, right? Did you know that story has been told by every major religion in the history of religions? Hymn of Helios. And Helios, the sun god, used to fly around the earth in a chariot pulled with horses made of fire. She, this Chinese sun goddess, used to fly around the earth in a chariot pulled by dragons made of fire. That story is almost every major religion. In places in the world that were not able to talk to each other 8,000 years ago. That's what I found fascinating, more so in the story itself. How do people in China, Mexico, the Fertile Crescent, all tell the same story when the boats cannot sail across the world at that time? Here's my thought. Ready? I'm about to blow all your minds. What if 40,000 years ago, there was an original story, right? And then the earth turned into a giant ball of ice. And then everybody that was just basically here and the single first island that ever existed, now in a ball of ice, became nomadic. And they went everywhere looking for food. And then the ice melted. And then they all ended up in different places in the world with the same story that slightly changed, localized to the regions they were in. This time, their god turned into an eagle. This one was a crocodile. And this one was a fish, based on what they saw nearby to them 20,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Ice Age, baby. It's a Disney movie. There you go. Hey, I was gonna go check up on you. I thought you had died or something.
I literally just left.
You all right? Come here.
No, I'm not all right.
Come here.
It just gets worse every day.
I was literally gonna go check up on you.
It gets worse every day.
You're fine.
So she, commission the kitchen is out of commission. Do you want me to go get you a breakfast?
Yes. Yeah.
You prefer a breakfast out there versus my breakfast?
I don't prefer it, but it's the only option.
Yeah. Go to Starbucks and get you a thing, or IHOP to get you a thing.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
No, yes.
A McDonald's breakfast?
You want one? You want the McDonald's breakfast?
No, it's gonna be so bad for me.
It really is.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
What happened there?
What?
80 G's today?
Oh.
Ow.
You're right.
Yeah. Thank God I don't have a nose.
Yeah. Oh, they had a ceasefire between U.S. and Iran yesterday for 2 weeks, and then I just raided that. Easy peasy. What's up, pickle?
Hey, Daddy.
Thanks, babes. But anyways, I always found that story fascinating. I like to read a lot. I read everybody's religious lore. I love it. I'm a huge mythology fan, and I treat religion almost like the same way as, like, I like to read it for the understanding of the story more so than trying to indoctrinate myself with the belief system. I'm very worldly in my beliefs. You guys care about that? I kind of believe in everything, or I don't know. There's got to be an intelligent creator. I'm sold on that idea. We're probably in a simulation. But like, I don't think I can actually properly describe it with my language that's bound to the fourth dimension. You know what I mean? I don't think there's words that we can comprehend that can describe what's beyond. So I don't even try to waste my time with it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I think the story of the chariot, you know, right? That's such a cool inspiration that it all kind of comes from the same place. That should give us some togetherness. I think that's a beautiful thought. You know what I'm saying? But what if there is one true story and then the fucking ice ball, and we walked on different corners of the earth and the ice melted? It's very plausible. Antarctica used to be in the equator. Who knows if there are skyscrapers underneath that ice? You never know. You never know what happened 100,000 years ago. But either way, one fact to go with all this, I'm saying the Egyptians didn't build the pyramids. They found them. That should blow your mind even more so. How old are those things? They found them. Pyramids of Giza, the Sphinx. They didn't build all of that. They found a lot of that stuff. The Sphinx was already there. So they just took the lion's head off and put a pharaoh's head on it after it had withered down. Because what happened was the lion head, the theory is the lion head had just withered down from the wind and the sand. So how many tens of thousands of years was it there to where they decided to finally just carve a tiny little pharaoh's head in the Sphinx? Because it just looked old. Like that thing must be 40,000 years old. It's crazy to think about that, right? Anyways. But I'd like to say religion predates the Ice Age. That's actually my belief. And I'm very Graham Hancock about this, but there's a lot of evidence that show the stories are pretty much all the same in places where people couldn't talk to each other, separated by vast oceans. It's not a vast ocean when you're a nomadic peoples for 1,000 years. It's certainly walkable. You're chasing the food. Think about it. Think about it. So we're more alike than we think. That's what I like to say, the punchline of that whole story. We're all more alike than we think. So but you know, I said this is why I like to read that stuff, because it's so fascinating. I always am like, where do we all come from? Where all this stuff come from? What's the real answer? Okay, now we're breaking down to this 25,000 level. That's probably going to be a support. I don't think that I'm... Let me double check this. 10 o'clock. Maybe get one wick candle off of that. I kind of feel okay with just taking profit and then see what happens from here. I managed to scoot this thing about 300 points. Let's just call it. I locked that in. 81.5 there, 38.65 in TPT. They finally unlocked it this morning. Look, after all of these rejections, I can finally get a trade in. So I made 38. Just shorting 2. Straight to funded props at the end of the day. Tradeify is probably the only one I have experience. Have you guys traded any other ones? Tradeify is good. Tradeify is probably one of the best. Lucid? Does Lucid have a straight to funded? I'm not too familiar with all the props yet that I haven't traded. An ETF has one, but Tradeify's is better. Lucid Direct is pretty good. Perdia is good. Somebody said they don't like the ETF one. Yeah, ETF's one is not that great. Where ETF shines is their static account. That's like, and Perdia is good. Yeah, I heard Perdia was good. Oh yeah, funded seat. That's right. They have a straight to funded too. Yeah. Oh no. You passed 23k up and you should be withdrawing this week from that one. Let's go, man. Congrats, dude. What I know about Top One, I didn't know much about Top One because I never used them, but they do have a straight to funded program. I think early on, I found Top One to be slightly jarring when they came out because they had changed their rules so many times, but in every firm's defense, you got to kind of change your rules a little bit so you find equilibrium. That way you don't go under. Sometimes you underestimate and then you learn from your mistakes. They did a lot of retroactive rule changes early on, but they haven't really since then. They've kind of straightened out. But what really I found jarring about them was they partnered with like some tool bag failed trader loser guru dipshits that I found to be completely idiotic. They're like, sign up for the account and get a free trading course. I was like, that's not, I wouldn't even take it if it was free. The people that they were like working with, I was like, oh God. They chose from the bottom of the barrel, man. But other than that, they're good. I hear from people. They like them. Don't listen to what I'm saying. They're not bad. People that have used them recently have not said anything bad about them. After the last year when the early on sort of hiccups happened, it wasn't really that bad either. You just ran the risk of them changing the rules on you while you were in the account. So they haven't done that since the early days. So things are stable there now, I think. Do I have an opinion on alpha futures? I don't, but people here that use them, they say they're really good. Top one seems to be one of the worst with spamming ads. I get a lot of ads for them. Yeah, it's represented by this guy called Austin Silver. Yeah, that guy too. Like, dude, that guy buys views and he buys views on his YouTube and buys views on his Twitter, or buys follows on his Twitter. Somebody sent me a screenshot of like 70, 80, 90, 100,000 subs on YouTube and gets 300 views per video. Suspicious. Yeah, I mean, people are pushing that. We're just like phony balonies. SMT divergence. I don't use technical based indicators. I don't like to use price action, so I wouldn't use something like that. If that divergence. Wait, what is SMT? I thought you were saying smart money concepts. Is this a ICT thing? Need a Matt and Rip stream? That'd be pretty dope. You know who I think would be a kick-ass stream? Me plus Rips plus Max, dude. We would cut some shit up. That'd be fun. The Wild Boys. I've been on Max's gig one time before. That'd be fun. And plus Farkas, bro. Farkas would rip shit up too. That'd be a crazy podcast if there was the three of us together. I'm kind of like the calmer one of the bunch. Like, if you were to say who would be what, Max would be the comedy, right? Rips would be like the wild card, like the hothead, and I'd be like the nerd of the group. Like, I mean, you can't go. That's a sitcom I'd watch, you know. That'd be fun. Max is nuts. Oh, he's totally nuts. He's one of the first people. He's like one of the only trading people I follow on Instagram. His stuff is hilarious. Big Daddy Max, yeah. Rips is super entertaining. Yeah, I catch a stream sometimes. We stream at the same time, but there's been times where I would catch a stream in the evenings and stuff. TBS says RS is good for big moves, not for scalper. TBS. Oh, trades by Matt. Yeah, he's been using Rock Scooter for a while. He's more of a scalping trader though, I think, right? These days. You're recovering from doing the pump and jump strategy with Warrior trading Ross Cameron. Oh my god, dude. I'm so glad that you made your way over here, dude. A sad story of my friend. Yep. I think the penny stock pump and dumping is the most horrible thing you can do as a guru. Don't see DD ratio. Oh, my bad. I did close my trades out, maybe probably early, but I think I'm glad to know that I was right yesterday. Definitely worth it. Let me double check my TPT payout requests go through. I'm just like, make the 10K, request the payout, make the 10K request. I should have just, I don't even know why I was actually trying to trade it and close out with profit. I should just YOLO that damn thing. I've taken out 50,000 in the last 5 days with these guys. Well, this will be 50,000. I'm taking out 40. At 50K, back to back to back to back. That's crazy. You said no way TVM does raw security? He does, yeah. It probably doesn't use it on a stream, but he has an active subscription. I even privately trained him a couple sessions on how to use it. Early on, when we first launched. He was one of our first supporters, actually. Matt, I go way back, dude. We were like two of the OGs in the early streaming days. Somebody says TVM speaks highly of us. Yeah, Matt's a cool dude. I've actually gone out to Austin just to visit him. Like I went out maybe, it's been about maybe a year. I just went out just to visit him, just to go say, hey, we went to the country club and drank some beers, ate some burgers, and just chatted. We were gonna play golf, but it was too cold. We just hung out and chit-chatted. I've closed out all my trades, by the way. It's kind of just like drifting in no man's land. Either A, I can hold for the whole way down, but I think that 25,000 is like a key psych level over here in NASDAQ, and the S&P 6780 was that this red line is here. I think that it's very possible we end up all the way down here today, but it's so hard because it's not actionable, right? There's nothing to trade off of. It's so high up. I think that this is enough of a, like if I can get 300 points, I'm absolutely fine with that. You know what I mean? Neither I can throw a runner to let it fall, but I don't have any reason to be greedy at this point. How have I not went live doing that? I don't know. That's the thing. I thought they'd push me to live by now, but for some reason they have not pushed me to live. I would think that I'd be considered for live at some point, but who knows what's going on? Arb has been pulling back just a little bit as well because we've had some stocks lose half cap. Do I know much about the Tracer platform? Yeah, so last time I went out there, like Matt actually took me on a tour of the whole Tradester facility, and I got to meet all the programmers, and we hung out, and he just like showed me around, and we talked about it for a little bit. It's pretty cool, and like when it does come out, we're gonna put Rock Scooter, and that's one of the first things we also talked about. I was like, I'll throw my tools in there and get you guys, you know, some, you know, API connections, and so it's pretty cool. Like it's just its own entity. I don't know much about like his business plan with it, but his job, what he said he's trying to do is kind of have a platform that fixes some of the annoyances that all the other platforms have to be more straightforward for traders. Like, you know, certain things that you can or can't do with other platforms that are just constantly annoying. It's gonna be very prop friendly is what I think I remember him saying. So I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, he's put a lot of money and effort into building it out, so. Somebody said I'm too inconsistent to go live. I don't know, man. I've been withdrawing a fortune from TPT. look. This is 2 months. This is 2 months of withdrawals from TPT. 8, 18, 29, 25, 43, 41,007. This is 2 months. So I don't know why they're not pushing me to live. Add that up. That's a lot for 2 months. How much is that? Let's add that up. Let's see one more giveaway in a second here. Add this up. How much is that in 2 months? I haven't been trading him that long. 149,000. They don't move you to live as soon as you get there. They consider you for live. There's also a glitch on my TPT account. That could be part of it too. As you guys have noticed, they had my account was frozen for a week. It's weird what's going on with my account. I can't explain it. We sat here every day and it was like order rejected, order rejected, order rejected. Then finally they turned that account back on. So I don't know. It's 150K in payouts in just 2 months. And there's more. I've been trading them since what, January? So for 4 months. So I probably made, like I said, like 300K from them. That's just the first page. They consider you for live. It's not automatic. So also it's probably because I'm probably not that big of a risk to them because I'm not copy trading 5 accounts. I think the risk model probably assumes, like, if you're copy trading 5 accounts and you're pulling out 50,000, 100,000 like in a single payout, then that's different than if you're trading them one at a time. I probably like less risk with my one account. Remember, moving a trader to live, if you got how the prop industry works, they're not moving you to live because they believe in you as a trader. This is not, props don't do that. They move you to live so that you stop creating risk for the company. People go live when you're like, you know, possibly gonna take hundreds of thousands out in a single go on a single lucky trade. So that's absolutely true. They move you to live when you're a risk to the company. You don't move you to live because you're a kick-ass trader. If you're consistent and making like 5x ROI, you're probably consistent. Live is also liability if they give the wrong person live. But if you're making like 30, 40x in a single week worth of swing just by YOLOing 5 accounts and getting lucky, you're going to magically go to live. A lot of people don't realize that, Robles. Yeah, I mean, that's really the name of the game, right? I went live with Tradeify, MyFunded, ETF. I went live with those 3. I don't have a lot of history to take profits. I've been trading with them for like 3 or 4 months. But do I think a so-called prob sim trader can teach how to trade a real account? No. 0% chance. They are not at all the same. They're not even close to being the same. It's like saying, can the guy at the carnival with the softball and the 3 metal milk jugs, can he teach you how to pitch for the major leagues? No. Prop trading is absolutely not even trading. It's a trading themed carnival game. Yeah, very loosely resembles trading. You trade both exact the same with no issues? Well, it's not any different issues, but I'll tell you, you can't scale a real account the same way you'll scale a prop account. They're absolutely different. Imagine in your real account saying, I can't trade anymore because I made too much today. Woo, baby, thank you. My P&L's too big. I can't trade the news because I just can't trade the news. I'm not supposed to, like, it's completely different games. Ooh, yeah.
It's the home, so we know.
Is this lavender?
Yeah. So what are we missing?
This doesn't taste like real cream. I mean, that's cream, but like, Oh, was that yours?
Yeah.
It's definitely not real lavender. It's a lavender flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell the difference between like real lavender.
We use real lavender.
We use real lavender, yeah.
Yeah. I got you hot white.
Thank you, thank you. But some people can trade both the same as long as you limit yourself, but you're not gonna, there's no way like what I do with the real account would ever fly to prop account. I trade them completely different. But prop traders cannot teach people real trading because you're teaching people how to navigate the prop space for lots of payouts. It's like, how do you drive the boat? You can't make too much, you can't lose too much, you can't fight drawdown. You have tight drawdowns, you can't refund the account, you can't spread your bets out, you can't news trade, you can't DCA. I mean, like, if you apply those rules to a real account, then you know, yeah, you'll make a $5,000 payout every month. If you want to start making millions of dollars a month, then you're gonna trade with anything you learn in the prop space. Prop is designed to limit and throttle how much you can make. So by design, no matter how good you are at props, you can't milk more than the props let you milk, which is, you know, on average about $5,000 a week, give or take, per prop. So on average, most props are going to make 20,000 give or take a month. You know, we know this from Prop Score. Some of them you might be able to make, you know, significantly more, but on average, you know, that's what most props are aiming you for. Less than 100,000 a month. Nobody's letting you make more than that. Somebody says, you don't know, you went from live to props, props to live, no issues. Well, that's different. That's different. If you trade live and then you move to props, you're an ace at it. A major league pitcher can go to the carnival and knock the milk jugs over every time. And there's no question about that. You know, a world-class athlete in one sport is a world-class athlete in all sports. The opposite isn't true. So somebody who's a prop firm trader master making $1 million prop firm payouts, and if you're paying to learn trading from them, you're not going to learn trading from them. You'll learn prop trading from them, but you want to become a multimillionaire day trader, you're not going to learn it from anything that you learn in props. There's no way you're going to be able to scale to that degree because props don't even let you do it. You're not practicing that skill set. Props are gambling to make a 5x return on your money. You know what I mean? Without blowing up on drawdowns and stuff. So you don't think anybody needs $1 million a month, and if you do, you're a shit person? Don't say that to people. Money doesn't make you a bad person. But the skill sets are, I'm saying skill sets are different. So I wouldn't ever personally want to learn real trading from somebody who only has proof in the prop space. I was curious why I had a straw.
You opened it. Ew.
Thanks. Thanks for breakfast. Appreciate it. Why do I not like copy trading account? Because it's statistically and mathematically better not to. If you copy trade an account, you're not doing anything to add or subtract to your risk. Do we understand that so far? Your probability of winning the trade. If market falls to here and you were to long, whether you longed 1 or long 10, the odds are the same. Do we understand that so far? Makes sense? So far, so good. The odds don't change. So all you're doing is just adding more money to the pot. The risk is the same, right? If you trade one account at one spot or 10 accounts at one spot, the odds of it all failing, whether it's 1, 10, or 100, is the same. The trade either fails or doesn't fail at a certain rate. But different places have different odds. So say if you have 3 pivots that are each 90%, you either have to aim all of your accounts at the correct place to win the trade. But if you have 10 accounts and you split them up 3, 3, and 3, then it's like playing 3 different games at once. And if you have something that wins 90% and 90%, 90% in this example, then the probability of all 3 of them failing is 10% of 10% of 10%, which is 0.1%. So the odds of each successive pivot holding, as long as they're independent and not related to each other, gets infinitely better that you must trade each one because the odds of breaking all three of them are so low. Breaking one of them, sure, but breaking two of them, not so sure. Breaking all three of them, very unlikely. So if you spread them out, one of them is at least bound to make money even if the other two don't. But if you take these three and aim it at all three of these places, you have a 66% chance of failing by choosing the wrong spot. Here, you have a 100% chance, almost 100% chance of winning with at least three. You have a 100% chance of winning with 3 out of 9 of your accounts. You have a 66% chance of winning with 10 of your accounts. Okay, this is just the basic math of thinking like this. You have 60% of the time it works every time. You know what I'm saying? So when you sort of spread out your risk, your odds of success go up because markets just don't fall straight down. They bounce around. So if you spread out your risk far enough, you almost have a 100% chance of winning something. You just need to make sure that what you win pays for what you lost. This is the mathematically correct way to trade props. A lot of people don't think like this because not a lot of people are in that trade or teach props or even smart. A mathematician would look at these numbers and say, brilliant. That's brilliant that you're doing that. It's almost a guaranteed way to make money. People have quote unquote called it the martingale strategy. It doesn't fail. It returns money to you. It fails every once in a while, but the idea is that the math of that makes sense. If you spread out your accounts, you're more likely to at least make something rather than having to have a 33% chance of getting all of it right if you have 3 pivots. Say you have 2 pivots, same thing, right? 50% chance you get this one right or none of it, right? So when you spread it out, the odds are much better that something wins. And coupled with the low cost of failure, the eval costs are so cheap, it's not hard to recover all of your losses on the few wins that you get. So if you don't have to trade exactly like that, but if you factor that mentality into your trading and lean into that sort of math, like I do that, and I've done that very successfully. Like I just showed you my last 2 months of TPT, 150K, right? And that's probably not even all the 2 months. I have a couple other pages of payouts. But if I have 3 really strong pivots nearby and 3 accounts, I would just spread out my accounts at each one of them. Instead of putting all 3 of them at here or here or here, just spread them out. Your gains will be bigger when you do this, but your probability of failing all of them goes up. Your probability of failing all of these is lower than the probability of failing all of those if they're at the same place. Does that make sense? That's the math of props. And so you should do something similar, not just buy the whole way down, but say an example, I've got 3 pivots here, maybe 4, spread out my accounts in there, stop out on all of them. Market falls here, put 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, trade those. I've done that successfully with props, and every prop firm I've traded, it's been successful. I don't copy trade. It doesn't generate, a lot of people are like, hey, I got a $100,000 payout with TPT, and you look at it and they traded for 2 days, 10K times 5, they got lucky. Well, they failed a lot to get that. This is more a consistent approach to trading props. Mm-hmm. Have 5 accounts and rotate accounts, trading 3 at a time. That's what I do. Addy's 100% correct. That's exactly what I do. Now let me talk about account rotation to go with it. Here's a cool thing. This is the more refined version of that strategy. This is exactly what I do. I look at my pivots and I go, okay, there's a cluster of pivots right here. There's a space right there. There's a pivot right here. There's a space and there's a bunch of clusters. Okay, let me plan out my day. I've got 10 accounts. Let me trade them. Okay. So I've got 4 pivots here, accounts 1, 2, 3, and 4. If they all stop, they didn't blow up. 1, 2, 3, and 4 go to the bottom of the list. We get to here, I trade account 5. This is a big cluster. Maybe I want to hit it harder, and I'm going to trade accounts 6 and 7 here, and accounts 8 through 10 here. And then account 1 goes to the bottom list, and I revisit account 1 there, then I revisit account 2 there. So if you lose, you go to the bottom of the list, hit the next account, fresh account. Because each time you hit a pivot, you can trade big enough so that the volatility just doesn't, it gives you a stop, it doesn't blow up the account. Then recycle that account for a second shot in the day. And run to the bottom of the list. This is how I've been trading props. I don't do the same thing with a real trading account. You guys who watch me trade a real trading account completely different, right? But in props, this is mathematically advantageous to you trading props. Why is it advantageous? Because the cost of an eval is so cheap, and you're just like fail, 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 fail. And when you win, it's like 5 grand, right? So you can, like, for some, like, the saying I tell people is that in most props, the first payout you get can pay for the 19 failures it took to get there, if you do it right. They're balanced that way. So an example, Apex hated the fact that I used to teach how to game the Apex system. They actually commented on that. I can show you the text at some point. You know, we really don't like some of the content of your boot camp. You know, you're kind of teaching people very bad trading methods. I'm like, fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. I'm teaching people how to beat your game. Here's what it is. $20 for an eval account. And was 180 when you pass? Okay. So throw $20 and lose, $20 and lose, $20 and lose, $20 and lose, $20 and pass. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 evals. That's 100. Plus 180 is 280. Now you have one funded account. You make 280 in the first trade, you made back all your losses. So imagine you repeated this plenty of times over. And every time you threw, imagine you wanted to make, and again, every major influencer did the same trick. You know how they always seem to show up with 20 PA accounts? They would actually buy a ton of them. They would long 20 accounts there and fail. Okay, I'm down 400 bucks. They'd long 20 accounts there and fail. Okay, I'm down 400 bucks. They'd long 20 accounts there and fail, down 400 bucks. They just the evals. Long 20 there, full port. Ooh, I made it. Cool. So I'm only down $1,200. And then these 20 went up. That's another 400. Plus 20 times 180 activation. Is it 180 or 120 activation? My bad. Is it 120, right? I think. Well, let's just round it up. Say it's another 200 for activation. So another 4,000 bucks for the activation fees. Add it all up, 5,600 bucks in this example. And you got 20 accounts. You need to make $180 copy trading to recoup your losses of all these attempts just to get those PAs. These prop kids out there with these $1 million payouts, they're not telling you what they really did. I know what they really did. We're friends. We talk outside of, not friends, we're colleagues. We talk outside of this. I know the trick. They're not out there day trading it with respect to rules and risk management to beat those evals. They're just throwing money at it till they pass. They blow up. The next day, they magically show up with 20 more. This is what they did pre-market overnight. Just threw money at it till they passed. Because they make it up on the back end. That's why these prop superstars don't show you what they paid in. They don't want you to see how much they spent. But Brian got thrown out by Apex, like his stats, and Brian was like, yeah, I did it. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. And I'm like, that's how I would do it too. You throw money at it, you get money out. You just figured out how to beat the carnival game. There's no dishonor in that. Brian's a good trader otherwise. But he's doing the smart mathematical thing, which is what I would do too. But everyone in FinTwit freaked out, like, I can't believe he did that. I'm like, because you're a fucking idiot. Any math genius would go, that's the smart way to make free money. You threw 100K in and get $1 million back. You don't have to put a lot of thought into it. It's gaming the system. What about consistency rules? Right. Well, certain firms will have consistency rules. It means you can't make so much. And consistency rules limit this ability because they force you to trade a second day and a third day and a fourth day, which diminishes the effect of being able to do this. So, which is why if you can reset a live account, like for instance, TPT's live account, you can reset it, but it's like $1,500, right? Because you can just martingale your live account, blow it up, reset it, blow it up, reset it, blow it up, reset it. Well, you can only make 10K a day, and if you reset it 3 times, it costs you $4,500 to reset it, plus all the monthly fees and all that. And then, you see what I'm saying? Like, they make sure they cut their costs because that strategy works against props. So some of them will have consistency or limits like that to prevent you from being able to game that system too easily. But anyways, on the funded side, trade a little more seriously. But the eval side, just wait for a firm to have a 90% off sale and then brute force it and pass. If anybody tells you they don't believe that's true, ask them what their SAT score was. And when they tell you it was a 400, you can tell them to fuck off. Anybody that's relatively smart at math would tell you that's the appropriate low risk way to play. If every time you were to flip a coin and your odds got better every second flip, third flip, if you didn't win until they got better, then you should keep playing as much as you can. And as long as the payout offsets the cost, it works in props. If you try to copy trade, all you're doing is accelerating your gains and accelerating your losses, but not changing the probability of you winning. All right, MFF, baby. Next giveaway account. Oh, I love teaching the math of how to game the prop system. Oh, I love it. I love it. The problem is all these prop trading kids, they want you to think they're great traders rather than just great at gaming the prop system because they want to sell you a trading course. That's the problem. That's the part I don't agree with. I think that's kind of goofy. Like, yeah, teach people how to game the prop system. They don't want to teach you their game because they're just gaming the system. But they want to teach you like ICT shit. Like, this is how I did it. It's not how you did it. You brag to me about how you did it. I know how you did it. But I don't go out there and spill anybody's tea. But I'll tell you, just from in a generic sense, under every influencer in this game, everyone talks. Everybody knows what everybody does, and half of them brag about it. Nobody rocks the boat and calls them out because we're all kind of chums with each other in a way. Almost everybody out there that got these Apex $1 million did it exactly the way I just described. 100%. You can't do it anymore. The golden age of Apex $1 million payout's over. But that's how they all used to do it. The new days, you can't do that anymore. Back in the day, you could. Props have figured out how to battle that stuff, and they've kind of redesigned all their accounts to kind of push away from it. Where did Apex get so much money from? They don't really have that much money. You don't need any money to open a prop firm. You need a funding source. But as long as you start making money out the door, you can pay for the winners as long as people don't win out the door. You don't actually need money to start a prop firm. Design it the right way. Tradeify, if you get the Tradeify APA, they'll check if you have a funding source, but what is the best prop account from the trader's point of view? It's going to be My Funded Futures or Tradeify. Sorry, My Funded Futures or Lucid. Take profit. Sorry. In the order of prop score, it's My Funded Futures, like on the generic everybody sense. My Funded Futures number 1, Take Profits number 2, Lucid's number 3. Funded Nexus number 4, Tradeify is number 5. Top Steps number 6. Everything else, Apex and everything else is below average. So the bigs, those are the big, the best ranked as far as like all around value. Yeah. Half the reason I'm no longer trading props really is because it limits how much you can make. It's not worth the time. Like trading, I'm unlimited on my own account. Props, you can, like, every single prop has a secret throttle on how much you can make before they cut you off. So if you were to add up every prop that's out there, there's a ceiling on how much you can make total. And each one of them, you can only make a certain amount and they push you to live. And live is a way just to get you out of the system to cut the risk. And the live accounts you get, I've been live with so many prop firms, they're all dog shit. I'm not gonna lie. Every live account you get sucks. Imagine doing like 6 months of work and then the prop firm goes, congratulations, here's $20,000 live account with a $2,000 DLL and a 3 contract limit. Fuck are you gonna do with that? You can pay your bills with that. Website will be up. It's up for beta right now. If you go to our Discord, the link is in the Zoom calls channel, but I'll publish it to you guys on the stream on Monday. You know what I mean? So the live account program is really just a way to get you out of the prop system. It's like a soft ban. I've never thought the live accounts were ever any good, and I've gotten one with every big firm for the most part. So in reality, when it comes to it, just milk as much sim money as you can, collect it, then go trade on your own. That's what I tell people. Should you YOLO the live? I can't tell you what to do with your trading account. Did I? Yeah, like I didn't care about the lives. What am I gonna do with a DLL and an account? I use AMP as a broker and I use NinjaTrader as a broker, whoever asked. What is the limit or cap with TPT? There isn't one. But on TPT, if you make $10,000 in a day, they can consider you for live. And usually you only go live if you did that with 5x copy trade and made 50K in a day, they're gonna move you to live. Since I don't copy trade, I'm probably not a risk to them. I'm staggering in 10K payouts different. Can't get $1 million payout trading live? Nah, you can't. I mean, well, trading live you can, sorry. You can live, but the problem is you're gonna have a hard time getting there. There's no way you're gonna scale 100K, or nobody gets 100K live accounts. You're gonna get 50K or less anytime you go live with the prop. Some of them are like 5K accounts. Some of them are 10K. Sometimes they're 20. I mean, they're very small. And if they have a $2,000 DLL, there's no way you're gonna scale that. If you trade 2 to 1, you're making 4,000 for every 2 you can lose. Make it $4,000 a day. You're not gonna scale that or have freedom to really trade it big. So I never understood why they put DLL on freaking live accounts. Never understood that. 10K is the max per day per TPT per account. So you can make 50K a day with TPT. If you do it times 5. Is the 20-day Zoom call program still available? It is. It is. We have the boot camp coming up in May. May. Okay. Do all prop live accounts have DLL? Every single one that I've gotten has had DLL on it. I thought that was the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, I earn live and yet I'm still trading with prop rolls. What? Like, give me the freedom to YOLO and blow it up in a single day. Jesus Christ. Like, we're all making money together. What does it matter if you lose the 20K over 10 days or in 1 day? Why would you care? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they care? I never understood that. Like, they actually believe that creates better habits in a trader. Some goofy shit. Anyways, I digress. Like, what's the point? The loss is the same. They're just preventing you from winning. You hit your DLL, you're done for the day. You can't trade a second or third time. Perhaps it's not really live. Oh, it's technically really live. So that's what I thought too originally, was that it's not really a live account. That's a good thought, like that they're just fooling you. But I did sign the paperwork for the power of attorney stuff. And the live account is with the broker, and the broker does send broker statements to you, or to them, and they send them to you. So you actually do get live broker statements, and you get the tax form that shows you made futures gains. Can I go whatever happened with Brian in Apex? So Brian's a really smart prop trader. He understands the game, and Brian just, people were basically Apex. Brian gamed Apex so freaking hard during the gold rush that Apex was trying to find a way to not pay him out, is what basically happened. And they said he hit MAE rules or whatever. They were trying to find a way to not pay him. And then in response, Brian was like saying, well, you know, I did this, this, and this. And Apex like put on blast what his stats were without naming him. And everybody knew who it was. And then people were just like, I can't believe you spent this much money in props. He's like, it doesn't matter because I made this much. I spent this much and made this much. He's like, it's an ROI game. And every knucklehead out there that's pretending to be a good trader and selling props is like, oh God, I can't believe you spent that much. Shut the fuck up. All of you spend that much. We all do. It's how the game is played. But everyone wants to pretend like they're just beating the prop system because they're great traders. Nobody out there, very rarely is somebody a good trader beating the prop system. But everybody put that on blast because they were like, can't believe Brian spent a few $100,000 or whatever. He's like, yeah, but I made millions, which he did, which is exactly what everyone does. It's smart. So he got in the hot seat just because everyone else out there was trying to cover their tracks. Like, not me. Can't believe you did that. I don't do that. Yeah, you do. You all do it. People are so dumb. You say he spent 750 to make 600? No, he made a lot more than 600 net. He made a couple million total. He wasn't upside down, if I remember correctly. I think he like 5x or whatever it was. But the point is, the prop game is not about real trading. It's about gaming the props. And everybody you see out there doing it, they're just gaming the props, you know? One thing you can't game, my friends, is a live account. That's why over here, you watching what I'm doing, there's no trickery to beating Wall Street other than just being a good trader. How props open live account for 2K? Thought you needed 10K for a futures live account. You can have a live brokerage account for as little as $100 with AMP. Certain brokers, $500 is the minimum. I forgot to refresh the names. Oops. Oh well, it's okay. Everybody's still kind of here. Next giveaway, my friends. Let's see what we got next. I'm not buying the dip here, but I did close my short out here, which is pretty good. Did I take applications for the London stream? You can send one. Is that 100 monthly? What do you mean? I'm thinking long or short right now. It's not tradable right now. I'm still thinking short, but I don't have a target to trade from. It's so out of bounds. I just shorted for like 300 points up that yellow line. I don't have a target. What I'm probably going to do is wait in case the market does do something. Like if there's some kind of like green candle up to there, I'll short it a second time. I just hate jumping in nearer to the bottom. So you can see that like resilience is still positive, so it could still try to like make its way higher. If it slowly makes its way higher, I'm not going to short it. If there's some kind of like green boner candle, you guys like to call it that, and then I'll short off the boner candle. Congratulations, Georgie. We'll do one more giveaway in just a little bit. Hang tight. Oh, to have 100 in an account. So AMP, it's $100 minimum to have your account open. So if you fall below 100, they'll disable your account so you put more money into it. So AMP will only deduct your data feed costs, or any broker will deduct data feed costs every month. So if you pay 12 bucks a month for data, you'll lose that much. And if you dip below 100, they just disable it so you replenish it. But they don't charge 100 a month. I'm saying is the account brokerage account minimum is $100 in the account. Any given time. Somebody said I did great hiring Brad and Neon. Ooh, I like that. Which one of us makes the most amount of money? This is nothing personal against my two boys. They both crush it and kill it. But I probably make more money than any 10 streamers put together. So let's lump everybody into that question. But Brad is like a student level trader, and he's trying like to go full time as a trader. So I'm so excited he's taking his journey through here, and he knows Rocket Scooter like the back of his hand, and he's really taken to his improvement this year alone has been phenomenal. I'd say Neon has more experience, and Neon is a full-time trader as well. So he's kind of like a step above Brad. Brad is still like trying to get himself to full-time trading, which is awesome. And he for as newer as he is to trading compared to the other two of us, he's crushing it. He's absolutely crushing it with where he is. Somebody says I make more than Pat. Oh, probably by a factor of 10. Yeah, everybody in trading and in life, whatever. Even my investment group, like the investments we do. I mean, it's a different league than most of these streamers and traders. They do pretty well, but we're just in a different league. I hate to compare, but it'd be unfair. Some of these traders struggle to make $100,000 a year as a trader. I make $1 million YOLO bets and NVIDIA calls in a single Thursday morning. It's a completely different level. Am I beefing? I'm not beefing with anybody. No, I'm always beefing with Pat. What do you mean? It's not beefing, just to state. Do I think I make more money than somebody? No, but there's no streamer. I'm not anybody personally. You guys asked. There's no streamer this year that's made $740,000 in a live account this year. Not a single one. It's just a fact. Did I say, do I make more than Pat trading? I make more than everybody trading that's on YouTube. 100%. There's no debate about that. That's not beefing with anybody. That's just a fact. That'd be like if he's like, I've got the most views on YouTube. He's not beefing with anybody else that has less views. It's just a fact. Rips is the only other person I know that's traded a live account on YouTube. He didn't do it this year. He did it last year. I think Rips did like a 2 million sprint last year on YouTube. Yeah. They're just a handful of streamers that trade live and show broker statements. That's it. I'll tell you, my list is very small. That's me, Rips, Dakota, and Brian. There's the only people I see posting statements. Everyone else will take a picture of like 6 weeks of their trading, go, look at this, I'm a real trader. I'm talking like show a whole year worth of stuff. I can name 4 people that did it. Yeah. Was it 3 million? Oh yeah, it was 3 million. That was a pretty kick-ass run, you know. I would say this year, there's nobody doing something like that this year. It's kind of like how rare it is. Somebody said he's good at showing how much wealth they have, and Matt is better at being wealthy. Yeah, I don't show it. I don't. Yeah, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know a lot of it. Who is Dakota? He's the guy from Top Step. So outside of trading, I do a lot of stuff. I'm part of an investment group that invests in businesses and commercial properties and all kind of stuff. That alone is an 8-figure a year endeavor. I do so much stuff outside of trading, so that's why I don't like to compare wealth with a lot of these traders or trader kids or YouTubers or Twitter folks, because trading's all they're doing. Trading is one of 20 things I'm doing. What kind of car do I drive? I have an Aston Martin DB12. I have a Maserati Ghibli, and today IDOC and I are going to the Ferrari dealership after I get out of my my funded stream. So we're gonna go look at Ferraris today. So what about Pat and D Money? I like their show. I mean, it's entertaining. I mean, you know, I watch different things for different reasons. I mean, they're entertaining. They trade props. No, she wants a new car, so we're gonna go look at SUVs and stuff. But I also told her I wanted to go see what they had at the Ferrari dealership. I think she wants a G-Wagon though. Am I buying Ferrari? Maybe. I've been thinking about it. I don't have anywhere to put it, so I've been looking at getting investing. I've been thinking about buying a garage or like a warehouse and turning it into a garage, and then just owning the property and figuring out my next step, because I don't want to stockpile a lot of cars. I don't need another car, but I've just been sort of like itching to go look. And I'll buy an SF90. Nah. How do I pick my pivot spots? So Rocket Scooter uses two different sets of ideas. Number one is we use options landscape to create pressure pivots based on the options distribution. That's these orange, blue, and gray lines. And then the green lines are based on futures margin requirements, and it's all unique. It's a whole different process we do here. White is gap fills and stuff. Rips' new Ferrari looks sweet. I know. He got the Dino Rosso color, which was that sort of orangey red. It's hot. He got an SF90, right? This is which one he got. Do I have an Instagram account? Yeah, I do somewhere. Hold on. It's this is my Instagram account. And somebody says how much money I make last year. I'm always very discreet about how much money I make. I found out through life, the more people know how much. Here's the thing. What new rich likes to do is brag about how much money they make, because they leverage that to make a little bit more. Here's an example. Your average YouTuber screaming up and down that they make $1 million a month or some shit. That's all they fucking make. They're not making 10 million or 20 million a month. They're making $1 million a month because when they scream about it, you guys watch them, and $1 million turns into $1.2 million from the engagement. Somebody making 10 million a month ain't gonna tell you about that. There's no benefit in sharing with the world. I found out the more you make and the more you tell people, the more they're out to take it from you. So true wealth will be very quiet about it most of the time. So when people are like, how much you make, I'm usually like, I'll give you an idea. It's enough, but I usually, you know what I mean? My mom doesn't even know how much I make. That's how private I am about it. I pay all her bills. She knows that, but that's it. As a kid, you asked your mom how much you make. She said, none of your damn business. There you go. That's the way to do it. Yeah. So like I said, most people, you have advisors, you know, you have lawyers, wealth advisors. I have a whole team of people that just manages my money. Accountant, bookkeeper, lawyer, tax attorney, tax planner, all of it. And not a single one of them tell me anything other than shut the fuck up as much as you can. Lawyer especially. The last thing you ever want to do is even let family members, business partners, friends, like, that's nobody's business what you do. Not even your wife. She's eventually gonna leave you, because when they do, they'll take half. You know, it's like, you know. But when I see like FinTwits, a lot of it is all about like bragging on, I made $1 million this, I made $1 million. That's all for engagement, because it builds a little bit more wealth. If you make $1 million and you want to turn it to $1.5 million, then you're gonna scream on socials. Like, why are we on socials on YouTube? Well, we have rockets here, we have props here, we have these big business things that we do. You know, this is big. This is a big thing that we have that supports that. But if you are vocal about, you know, being new rich, you'll be a little bit more new rich. You'll make a little bit more from the engagement. That's why they all do it. But but as far as trading goes, I mean, that's not throwing shade. A lot of good traders out there. I would say on the YouTube side, I would say Rips is probably the only one besides myself, I think, that probably trades at the same level of risk, meaning the same amount of money, like I would call high roller traders. There's not a lot of YouTubers that I see that stream and trade with significant risk. So yeah, Rips is, he's cool. We talk a lot. He's good peeps. Do I think it's another short opportunity today? I think if it moves up quick, I don't know if we're gonna hit the same target. If it moves up to there, probably, yeah. So don't start a business with your wife. Got it? I know, right? Hey, but this is different though, because in this business, I'm giving it to her. So she can't take it from me if we split up. That's the best part. So the new business effort that we're doing, I'm just gifting it to her. So that works out perfectly. If she leaves my ass, it's hers anyway, so I'm fine. I've accepted my fate there. Is Lidoc the wifey? Soon to be. One of these days. See, I've knocked that problem out. If she ever leaves me, she get to keep it. That's totally fine. No issues there. I don't even want it. What am I gonna do with the Pilates themed studio theme thing? Is she an eye doctor? She's an eye doctor. It's crap. Prenup. I'm obviously there's always should be a prenup when you have assets. Do I trade with crypto? I don't. Her name is iDoc. That's her parents named her iDoc to manifest iDoc. Now she has a nickname. We all call her Minu. If you want to know her nickname. So that's not her real name, but this is her nickname. So if you ever want to know what you can call her other than iDoc, Minu is it. She's an eye doctor, number one, and number two is she had a Twitch stream. She was a Twitch streamer during COVID and had a really big Twitch stream, as a matter of fact, just IRL streaming, just basically streaming real life. And it started off being like, hey, I'm an eye doctor, talk to me about eye doctor stuff, but also I'm at a bar having a drink. Let's just hang out and have fun. And so her stream was called iDoc Talk. So that was it. It was just this cool thing she did as a project, and her name on here is iDoc Talk, so then everybody started calling her iDoc. And that's where the name came from. But she's also an optometrist. So, or she was an optometrist. She quit optometry to go work for Big Pharma, and now she's going to quit Big Pharma to become a business owner. We met we met on how do people meet anymore? We met on Grindr, just like always. Actually, we met on Hinge, dating app. And she ghosted me for 3 months before she finally said hey, before she finally hung out with me. Freaking 3 months. Met on Grindr. Maybe she ghosted me for 3 months. That's crazy. Crazy story. Trades by Psy or Stephen Kalajian, other high roller traders. I'm not gonna lie, I don't take people's word for anything unless you show me a broker statement posted by somebody. I don't believe anybody is legit. I don't know who. I know Stephen K. I've never seen his performance reports. I don't know. I'm not the kind of person that like goes in there and says, "Oh, this guy's a legend" because other people say it. I'm just like, if I see your stuff, I'll give you a pat on the back. If I haven't seen it, I've never seen his performance, so I don't know what it is. I'm sure it exists. I've never seen it. Trades by Psy, I have no idea who that is. But if you guys send me some broker statements, I'd love to see who's got some out there. What was my profile pic? I don't even remember. I think it was just me like laughing in a blue dress shirt. I think nothing fancy about it. I looked like just a traditional oil and gas bro with like a blue flannel shirt on. Do you know Alex Crypto? I don't. No idea. Trades by Sky is really good. Yeah, I've never heard of them. But if you guys introduce me to like really good traders, I'd love to see it. I love to see people's stuff. I grew up in a suburb in Houston, Texas. But somebody shows withdrawals of millions at a time, but only shows it from time to time. Look, I'll tell you, I've been in this business long enough to know every trick in the book. If they're showing you something from time to time, there's no reason not to show it all the time. Unless there's a reason you don't want to show it all the time. Don't be easily fooled out there, guys. Showing you something from time to time is the same thing as check out my P&L from December until February. Bro, it's fucking April now. What about the last couple months? Oh, I'm a real trader. Check it out. Look, here's my P&L from October to November. Look how much money I made this month. If they want to show it to brag, why not brag all the time like I do? If you got something to say, go out there nuts first every fucking day. Look how big my balls are, everybody. Nuts first. I'll show you every day, win or lose. If you really got something to brag about, you wouldn't just brag about it occasionally. There's no reason to brag a little bit. Other than you want to create the impression around the few times you do well and then hide the times you don't. If you're going to brag a little, you might as well brag. Nobody has an ego that's big a fraction of the time. You know what I'm saying? Always ask yourself why somebody doesn't show you something all the time if they don't show it all the time. Traders have gotten very, not saying anything about that person, I have no idea who y'all are talking about, but traders have gotten very clever about drawing a box of visibility around what they want you to see and sleight of hand masking things that they don't want you to see. Right? For me, it's like, it's here every day. There's no question about it. I've known some rich trust fund kids that like, check out my trading account's got $10 million in it. And people are like, whoa, bro, I'm going to follow this guy. His mom gave him $10 million, put in a trading account. Could spend 3 or 4 months gambling it and blowing it up. You wouldn't know. So when you see how much money somebody has, it's not going to tell you anything about them being a trader. There's a lot of rich idiots that get into trading. That's for damn sure. But can you actually make the money from trading is what you guys actually care about. Not are you a rich person that trades? Are you a trader who's rich? There's a different story there. This is a good short location. I'm not shorting on slow movements to the upside. I'm only going to short a strong high volume pop. This is showing equilibrium and it's not worth shorting for me. There's no momentum and no volatility, so I'm not doing it. I think I cut out at the right time. If you look over here, it's just slowly regaining some move here. VIX is just coming down. It's not, there's no volatility. So without news or something, it's gonna probably take till the end of the day. Somebody says, that's why you say, fuck your number, show me the real trades. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, anybody that's like, here's a picture of when you're like, are you a real trader? And they go, well, here's what I made between, you know, here's February 2025 to October 2025. Look, I made $75,000 or whatever, 150,000. And you're like, what? Like, anybody has a good month. Like, people are so dumb to not just say like, what about the other months? I don't know. People are so desperate. I think they'll believe the first thing they see as a chance of success. But I'll tell you, my challenge to anybody out there, if you want the Matt Cowart seal of approval, you want me to pat you on the back, stamp of approval, you show me like a year worth of stuff and I'll say your name every day on my stream and give you praise so everybody will know that you exist. Everyone else has just a clever way of sleight of hand. All right, one more. Love the conversations. Well, thank you. Thank you. No shade being thrown to anybody. I love everybody equally. But when it comes down to you guys, I'm teaching y'all how to sniff through the bullshit. For me, I'm like, you can see every day, win or lose. There's no whatever. When I wired money in, I did it on the stream. When I took money out, I did it on the stream. I mean, everything was visible. All right, friends. One more today, baby. Lucid account. Talk about some of our giveaway deals from our partners. So Lucid, My Fund and Futures, ETF sponsor today's giveaways. We do giveaways on all of our streams here. My Fund and Futures is 50% off the pro accounts. My favorite account in all props. Really good. Fund and Next, we didn't mention them, but Fund and Next right now also has a, hold on one second. Hold on. Hold on. Let me talk to Slut. Yo. Oh, okay, never mind. Fund and Next is they have a huge sale on their Bolt account, which is their 1 day pass, same day payout sort of account. Really good. Ends April the 11th. So Bolt is one of the bigger plans over there that I recommend for people that want quick payouts. You can have a no consistency add-on, so you can pay to get consistency off the list as well. Kind of nice. 99 bucks for that. A pretty big discount. I think it's 30% off. Lucid's got a 40% off going on right now. That ends on the 17th of May. 40% off of every eval, which is pretty cool. Cool. Yes. So, like I tell you guys, if anybody draws a box around a couple months of their trading and you believe that that proves anything, then that's okay. You have your beliefs, I have my beliefs. That's all different. Not to be anybody specific, but I don't understand why somebody would like log in every once in a while and pull out a big chunk of money and then not show you every day. Like what's wrong with showing every day, you know? Will you analyze the VIX? VIX is just basically stabilized here. The volatility is kind of gone. So yeah, my breakfast here. Got some Starbucks, baby. What accounts do I prefer? The 150 or 150K? It just depends on what firm it is. With Fund and Next, like some of the accounts are different sizes are actually slightly better. PropScore will help you make that decision. Which one has the better value? I like the bigger accounts sometimes because I get more drawdown to play with.
I miss the move, I miss the ride, almost burning deep inside. Shots are loading, zones are set, rocket scooter drawing lines I won't forget. Bulls on bottom flashing on my screen, but fear in my hands keeps me from the green. MHP lit up, the signal's alive. I froze at the gate while the market took flight. Every candle's climbing, I'm stuck in my chair, watching the rocket, wishing I was there. I miss the move, I miss the ride, phone was burning deep inside. Through the liquidity pocket it flew, green skies above, but I had no view. We only long, we never stop, from bulls on bottom to bears on top. But I miss the move, yeah, I miss the move.
With the way it's moving, I don't think I'm going to short it again.
Higher, FOMO to greed. I gave it control, now I'm staring chase the high. Lost it all while asking why. Liquidity pocket turned to quicksand. The dream slipped out of my hands. We only long, but I went too far. Now I'm broken beneath the stars. Yeah, I chased the move, and I lost the fight.
This feels like it's gonna break out to higher highs from here. I don't know.
I missed the move, then chased the fall. Now I've got nothing, I've lost it all. Through the pocket I thought I'd win, but the market took back everything. We only long, but I went too blind. Now I'm left with regret in my mind. I missed the move, then I lost the
Oh yeah, I wolfed that sandwich down. That was so good. You guys ever get the turkey bacon sandwich from Starbucks? It's so tasty. What does fail to fetch mean on prop score? I don't know, but if you're over there, there's a Discord that we have for it for people that are in the beta. Take a screenshot of what you were doing and what you saw and post it in that Discord's bug. There's a channel for bugs. Like I said, the whole point of beta is to find those little bugs. I don't know what you were trying to do. Wagyu burgers at Starbucks. You Farkas, if you get out there, bro, and you go get a deal with Starbucks, I'll buy a Wagyu burger like every day, man. If you get Starbucks to distribute your meat. All right, ready? 5. Lucid. Just trying to log in. Yeah, like I said, take a picture and post it. If there's an issue, we'll visit it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Somebody said, don't get you wrong, there's a guy who gives away a $49 indicator, then says he gives the community so much. It's like, bro, the money goes to you. It's free. You ain't giving away anything. I just find it so funny that most people that have like trading products and stuff try to pretend like it's a charity. Like, yeah, prop score is certainly a free service for you guys. We obviously wouldn't be doing it if we didn't make some money out of it. I think people try to think that it's like taboo to actually act like you're running a business and trading. Ah, dude, we just totally love community. I love helping people. I love finding strangers and making them rich. The goodness of my heart. Like, there's always a financial it's so weird how Wall Street is like the disgusting place of money. How all of your Upal, congratulations, all your trading gurus somehow try to pretend like they're not running a business. Like it makes them look better or something. I'm totally not trying to make money doing this. I mean, prop score is clearly a profitable thing for us. I mean, it's a huge give back, but I mean, we all win. You guys win, we win. It's like a mutually beneficial, thing. Like, nah, I'm running a charity, man. I love helping people. I love helping people too, but I'm gonna get paid while I do it also. Like, there's all people just so it's just a goofy industry. I know I'm the grandpa sitting on a fucking lawn chair in the front yard going like those kids these days, like the way it used to be. It's just so funny how people don't want you to think they're doing it for business reasons. How dare you try to sell something you worked hard on to make money? I know, right? I mean, we try to make it fair as far as a business goes. I do have ethics as a businessman. I think that trading education should be cheap. That's why we made the boot camp $20. It covers the cost of paying some employees. That for real is my one thing that is a charity, I guess. The amount of time I put into it, I don't get anything out of it. But in all honesty, let me not just pretend like I'm Mother Teresa. It's a loss leader campaign that helps sell Rocket Scooter. I mean, There's obviously some genius business behind it. You guys take the boot camp and you like it, then you're like, oh, maybe I might buy the platform. And there you go. You know, there's obviously strategy in that as well, but also it goes hand in hand with my ethics of believing that I should never charge for education. It never happened. But I think people are so, hey, what's up, Saint 909s? Appreciate it. But I'm always the person that's just too real with y'all and let y'all know how it really is, you know. I balance both. You know, I have a, you know, there's obviously business ambitions everywhere, but we also are really honest about that. Dude, I wolfed that sandwich on. I kind of want another one.
Too. How's it going, y'all? What are y'all doing? I'm that annoying, like, kid. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all popular kids doing?
Can I hang out with you?
Can I?
What do I think of Rev 1? I haven't checked them out yet. Oh, I keep forgetting to turn it off. I'll turn it off later. Arbit's been in a big positive territory all day. That is due to the huge close to open gap, high overnight. Yeah, it's actually due to most stocks not breaking through half gap. That's actually a bigger reason. So let's give away a couple of boot camps today. That's half of the reason why I got out of my trade, because with ARB being positive, it means the majority of stocks have not broken through half gap, and ARB and resilience look very similar. So that's why when this happened, I closed out, because it really just wasn't really, there wasn't potential to fill the gap just yet. So ARB being positive means, when I told you, what was it, 167? If you add 167 to the low here, you're exactly where we are now. Isn't that crazy? We went up exactly what ARB distance is to consolidate. So this distance is how far Nasdaq snapped back into place. If there is a pivot, it's probably from here. So maybe there's another red that continues to go. Who knows? But yeah, that's the distance, right? And S&P's was what, 30? So off the low, 80 puts it about 68.10, which is about right here. Okay, let's go away for boot camps.
Look at everyone saying hi to me. I'm the star of the show. You don't even know. You should be paying me a monthly salary.
Give away 4 boot camps, please.
All right, everyone, type in boot camp. Get ready for the giveaway. We're giving away 4 boot camps to you, 4 degens, lucky degens. Let's go.
I'm getting that.
What? You can't just leave me here with them, though. I can only handle about 2 minutes, and I have to run. Just because I can't handle this toxic community. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. You guys aren't toxic. I'm toxic. Who's toxic? What? I would convince him if you split. What? Because everyone's typing bootcamp, I'm only reading like the tailing end of your sentences. Short 5 NQ contracts. Babe, what does that mean? Short 5 NQ contracts?
What?
Short 5 NQ contracts. Here I go. What does that mean?
Yep.
What's gonna happen? Are we just gonna break everything?
Don't I dare you?
What, really? No. Wait. What happens? No.
I double don't dare you.
Dare me do what?
Push that red button.
Push the red button.
Push it.
Now?
Push it.
All right, guys.
Push it 3 more times.
3 more times? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
So that's 4 contracts.
If we lose money, then I'm gonna be very angry at you.
Oh my god. Wait, what are you gonna do if we lose money?
I'm gonna be very mad. Here.
Then what are you gonna do? You're just gonna wait. Feet?
Look, guys, look at me.
Oh, you see his little, look at this little feet.
Look at me. Oh my god.
Y'all see that? His was it size 9 unmanicured toes? Do you guys see that?
Look.
What?
Are you watching the trade while you're talking?
Oh, I'm not watching the
You
trade.
need to learn to do both.
Okay, so it's like, I don't know, it's like streaming on Twitch. I look at chat and then I look at whatever I'm doing.
If we're losing money, you have to like.
I am losing money.
How much?
$150.
Okay, that's not enough to do about. If it turns to like 5 or 10,000.
Wait, so I have to wait until we lose about 5 to 10 grand before I sell? No, not sell.
No, that's
Exit.
That's
Exit.
how much it has to be to motivate me to get up.
Okay. So what's happening now is Matt has sat down in my comfy chair and he kind of swapped places with me. He's just gonna chill while I stream with you guys. Oh. Good to see you. Good. Is Lady Darb here? I think I saw her, and Sir Darb was here too. Nah, girl, exit now.
They're telling you. Okay, so you see that button that says draw winner?
Yeah.
You gotta draw a winner.
Okay. So everybody type boot camp, or have they already typed boot camp?
Looks like they already typed boot camp.
Okay, so I just draw a winner.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
This is what it looks like from this angle. This is so much better. Like, why don't I do this more often?
Can you get an eye appointment? I semi-practice unofficially. Who's it gonna be? Is it Ruhan? Is it Tony Snow Trades? Is it A. Flavie? Who is it gonna be? Is it gonna be Eric? Is it gonna be Eric? Oh my god, it's gonna be Eric. It's totally no, it's not gonna be Eric. Andra? Andra Crawford? Andra Crawfish? I like your name because it reminds me of crawfish. Speaking of crawfish season, Andra Crawford, type something in chat. Type something in chat. You are the freaking winner. The first winner of the $20 bootcamp, where you will learn how to understand.
Or you're gonna,
nope.
you're gonna manage our trade.
Okay.
I added 2 more. Now you're short 6.
I'm short 6. What does
Yeah.
that even mean?
Short 6.
I shorted 6. I shorted 6 contracts.
That's right.
Okay.
You're just playing small. Keeping it small.
What is big? What is considered big?
You hear her asking what's considered big.
What's considered big, guys? You tell me.
listen,
What is considered huge?
Babe, you
What's
know-
small and
hey,
huge? What?
You know what big is.
What?
What's waiting for you?
He's wheezing. He's laughing and he's wheezing. He's
no,
laughing
you're
at
good.
himself.
Don't act like you don't know what big is. Ayo.
Funny.
Gotcha, my face. Let's go. Okay. No, seriously.
She's asking Matt. She should know. How would you know?
No, I had to make that joke because these degens were gonna make a joke like that. You set yourself up for it. I
But
had to get in first.
I set myself up for them. This is their show, not yours.
Yeah.
Like, don't beat them to the punch and then wheeze your way out of it. 7 inches or larger. Okay, so I'm looking at my trade. It's just
Hey,
fine.
6 isn't small, okay? 6 is big sometimes.
Wait, why is it sometimes?
Oh, 6 contracts. That's,
Okay.
That's the double entendre.
Look, I'm getting closer to $0. $40. Hey, look, I'm green. Guys, it's my first winning trade.
Let's go with 10. Let's have some fun with it. Okay. All right, one more boot camp, guys. We're gonna spin the wheel.
All right, who's it gonna be? Wait, aren't we doing 4?
Oh, yeah, 4.
4. Okay, so this is the second.
Don't forget to thank your super chat.
Oh, thank you. Saint 909s. Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be Miriam? Is it gonna be Big Loaf? Is it gonna be Dream or Latex? I have a latex allergy, by the way.
Really?
No, I don't.
What? People have latex allergies?
Yes, it's a real thing.
Is that what girls say they're trying to trap?
Dataless, please type something in chat.
A latex allergy? Or what?
No, I don't have a latex allergy.
That's a girl telling you she's trying to trap you when she says that. I'm allergic to latex. Oh, it's okay. We don't have to use one.
Can they even hear you? You have like a noise gate on here. You're a little too far.
That would be crazy.
Okay, Dataless, say something in chat. Is this
He
where?
already did.
Oh, he
already
did. Okay. Is he? Is this where they have to say some or contact slacks or
Yeah.
no? Sir Darb does this really well. It just slips off his tongue. He's like, "Yo, contact an admin named Slacks on the Discord." And
He knows. He
Yeah,
knows.
learn.
He knows what to do.
oh man, Kayla could have won.
So the
Kill Boo.
only reason
Hand
that
waving.
I popped a short here because that was the distance of the Arb distance of the travel. This is only just to retrace a little bit. This is not to reverse the day.
TT Trading, you are the 3rd lucky winner. Wait, 3rd or 4th? How many has that been?
It's your job to keep count.
I can't keep track of this stuff. Like, we're in like a 10 contract trade. Is green. TT Trading, you are the lucky winner of the boot camp, the 20, 30, 40, 50 day boot camp. How many days is your boot camp? How many days is your boot camp? Is it 20 day boot? No, $20 for.
I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna help you.
It's a 30 day
If
boot
you don't know
Good
this by
chat,
now.
tell me, help me out. It's a 30 day boot camp. 30 days to learn how to trade properly. Wait, can you say that?
Well, you
I
can say,
sound like a guru or furu actually. Like I don't even know what I'm
you
talking
can
about.
say 20 days.
It's 20 days.
20 days.
It's $1 a day. Everybody knows your spiel. They know bits and parts of it.
But you have to make it seem like you're running a charity and giving it away for free because you love them so much.
We do love you guys so much.
You have to stick with the theme of being a guru. I'm just totally doing this for free out of the goodness of my heart. I chose you specifically, random stranger. Okay, let's trim. Here, close that to 2. Just
Okay.
close that till it says -2. Just hold a runner on 2. Congratulations.
I'm holding a runner on 2,
High
guys.
five. There you go. I'll just hang on to the 2 and see what happens. You just made 5,000 bucks.
I did? Nice.
Are you locked in 5,000?
I don't know what this means, but as long as that means I can...
Chat, she made her first winning. I'm just yelling at you. She made her first winning short.
Someone was
trade.
like, she just made the money I lost. It's like we put a click to scalp the stock exchange.
Yeah. So the reason I shorted, guys, is because it went that distance of ARB. So once it stretched that much up, I just put a short back in. I'm not betting for the reversal. I'm just betting to the retrace at the middle, which is why I drew a box right there. to
Can
show
I
where
buy the
middle
boot
was.
camp directly? Yes, you
So
can.
at the middle, I closed out most everything, and then we're just holding a runner for the rest. Runner means keep a small position on after you make a big chunk of your money, and just leave a little bit there just to gamble with a couple extra things.
Okay. So is that the last boot camp? The last giveaway?
What made you do?
I don't know. Chat, how many did I do?
You only-
Wait, don't ask them because they're going to say none.
You only did 3.
I only did 3. Okay, one more. One more before we have to go to my funded. Let's go. Also, ready for Wall Street? Is this considered ready for Wall Street? Just slap the keyboard.
Yell and scream.
Yes, you can buy the boot camp
There
directly.
is some kind of... Okay, when it starts... You see how it's just started picking up speed like that?
Yeah.
When that happens, usually somebody said something or something's going on. So we usually go read the news. John W.
John W. Type something in chat. You are the 4th and final winner of the 20-day boot camp. Congratulations.
We're preparing heavy response to Israel attack on Lebanon. Oh, look at that. Ceasefire ain't not between Israel and Iran. They're still going to keep fighting each other.
Have I taken the boot camp? I've heard it. I've heard it play over and over again with you guys.
You know the tale of the blind monkey.
No.
You should learn the tale of the blind monkey.
Is that a tale you made up or a real tale?
Oh, what's a real tale?
Is it a tale like...
The monkey was real. Very real. And he was blind.
Okay. So is this where the finger came from? The finger.
The monkey paw?
Yeah, the monkey paw.
No, it's a different monkey.
How many monkeys are
There's
there?
there's a lot
How
of
many-
monkeys here.
How many Matt lores are there?
There's a lot of monkeys here. Definitely more than one. There's too many monkeys.
What website do you use to keep track of the news?
Financial Juice.
Financial Juice.
It's a really inexpensive news aggregator. It's really good.
Is everyone automatically entered in these giveaways?
Yes.
Not automatically.
Well,
You
not
do have
automatically.
you have to type something in chat once the portal is open, and then you have a certain amount of time to type that said word, and then we draw from that. Because your name will then get recorded into a program, which then randomizes, and then either you or someone else would get selected from that.
That's correct.
iDoc, can you tell Matt to check meta? LOL. What's meta? Sorry. What?
I was just trying to be
Chad, do you see this? Just
annoying.
what was that? I mean, why do I feel a certain way? Are you kicking me out? No. Wait, what are you doing? Oh.
I was firing you. You can come back tomorrow. We gotta go to the next show though. Come back. Here, come back. I told him the story today how your mom hits me all the time.
Oh yeah, she does. My mom. Oh, she was on the phone with me.
Her mom's always like just smacking the crap out of me. Like, okay, mom, geez.
Oh, did I trim down? I did trim.
And she laughs when she does it.
Why is it -2?
Because negative means you're betting to the downside. You're shorting, so you want the market to go down.
Right.
Positive means you're betting to the positive side.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, why is it not reflected here in that?
Oh, so, okay. So exposed position just means your total net, whether it's long or short. Here in the position, when it's a negative, it means you have 2 in the negative direction. Up here, it doesn't say exposed as -2, even though that's crazy. It should probably, I don't know why they just have the net exposure, but
Do you ever get confused in which direction you're going?
nah,
That?
because here the position will actually tell you.
Oh.
Yeah. So this number right here tells you what your cost was. Your average cost is 88, and we're trading at 78. So this will tell you how much you are making as price moves. So like wherever you are, this number on the right side will match how much profit you've made, which is actually this number right here.
Oh,
It's the same as that number in there.
Okay. Explaining that again. Where this button, or sorry, this red thing tells you where you bought your.
Yeah, so this little red arrow is where your cost basis is, and the idea that
Define cost basis.
how much you paid for something.
Oh, okay.
In general, if you pay for it, like if you bought half of something at this price and the other half at this price, the cost basis is the average price for all of it.
Okay.
So your average price for the 2 that you have is at 88.
Oh.
And do you see how every quarter of a dollar, so a point is a dollar when we say a point, every quarter of a dollar, it moves 10 bucks. Do you see that? So that's telling you how much you've made per quarter of a dollar.
Okay.
And then as you see, you're up 100 and something bucks.
Where is this reflected in with this dancing number or dancing color?
Yeah, like that's currently the bid, like the bidding practice, like an auction. Like, all right, we're going to 83, 83, 84, 84, 84, 85, 85, 85, 85, going once, going twice, right? This is like a computerized auction that kind of sounds like that. So this is constantly what the price is shifting around to be. The minute you close the position, you're going to buy at whatever this red number is. So, like if I were to close it right now, you can see we're pretty much flat. So you're betting on it going down lower here. So red number is what people are selling it at. Green number is what people are buying it at.
Okay, so you know how we reduced the number? We were at 5 and now we're at 2.
You're at 10.
We're at, okay, well, whatever, we're at 10. So did we pocket that money?
Yeah.
Or,
You pocketed about 5,000 of
oh,
it.
and you just left like 2 on the table?
Just to have some pennies on the table just in case it dropped significantly. But also the reason for that is in case it goes the other way against us, we still made something. So when we got in from here to here with 10, you pocketed this much money with 8 because you closed 8 of them out and kept 2 in your pocket, right? Or kept 2 in your hand. So you did lock in some of that, which means earlier when the price was here, we were about 80,000 profit. Now we're about 85,000. So you put like 5,000 of that in your pocket, and then the 2 is all that's risk on the table.
So does that mean that you will give me $5,000? I want chat, you saw that. You guys are my witness.
I don't know. I think you weren't really paying attention.
It doesn't matter.
I don't
Half
know.
of us aren't paying attention when we're trading anyways. So
How much of that?
that $5 or $5,000 is actually mine.
Here she is acting like she ain't gonna get it anyways. The hell you even gotta ask for? You're gonna take it anyways. Like I have an option here.
I saw nothing. Oh, come on. You got some loyals here. Okay. Give her. John says give her 5Ks because he won the boot camp when I pushed the button.
This is true.
So
I have no choice, guys. Like literally, she's gonna take it anyways.
it's
Like,
girl math.
it's girl math. It's hers. Like it's.
I know that it's going to be mine anyways, but I have to constantly remind him so he doesn't forget.
She's gonna take 110% of it. This is how.
It's like she asked for whatever on stream.
$1 super chat. I'll give you $5,001. How about that? What's my fun and TV time? All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning to the stream today. It was very awesome. We had a huge turnout today. We had about 1,250 people, which was pretty awesome. We're getting bigger every single day. In about an hour, Neon will be live streaming here from 1:30 until market close. And of course, Brad will be live streaming from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Eastern.
Night shift.
Night shift. Both of those streams are awesome. Both those guys are trained by me. They crush it. This channel is getting bigger and bigger. We're getting 20,000 plus views a day, and this today might even be bigger than that. So thanks for following the journey. $85,000 today. I made 80 of that. You made 5 of that. Thank you.
Heck yeah.
And we got to head over to MyFunded TV. So if you can follow the link that Adam is posting. Wait, hold on. No, Adam's not posting a link. I have my glasses on here. Oh, never mind. Sometimes I see them spam. I always think they're posting something. Let me post the link up for you guys. Hold on. Click this link here. I'm live on MyFunded TV every day for the Lunch Money with Matt segment. Here.
Party doesn't end here. You get another hour of Matt on MyFunded.
Yeah. Go there. Another hour of Matt, MyFunded. That's always a fun show. We do fun giveaways, and we'll come back here after that. So thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, trade safe. From me and iDoc to you. We'll see you later.
Good luck.
It's the same.